Your husband is coming.
Let's go. This is hit music. 101.5 CILFM is WCILFM Carbondale. Your home for the SIU Salukis.
We are Southern Illinois.
Near corner three from the SIU bench. Yes, sir. That's his own board to him. Between three black jerseys, goes up and lays it in. Confetti pops into the dog pound.
This is Saluki Basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Horn sounds. Ball game is over.
This is the IBEW NECA pregame show, brought to you by IBEW NECA, your power professionals. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC.
Southern makes it 24 in a row in Banterra Center in non-conference action, and you can feel the magic in Banterra again.
Now let's go courtside.
The Missouri Valley Conference grind continues for Southern Illinois tonight, and it takes it on the road 3 hours northeast to the state of Indiana, just off the banks of the Wabash River, to take on Indiana State. SIU showed great effort just a little over 48 hours ago against an emerging rival in Murray State. And for the second consecutive season, the Racers have swept the Salukis, and that is no doubt a bitter pill to swallow. But that night has passed, and SIU comes to a building that hasn't been kind recently to the Dogs. SIU returns to the place where it ended the regular season a year ago, a game they never led, and trailed by as many as 31 in a game that set up a rematch with the Sycamores in Arch Madness that thankfully went to a different script for SIU. 1 year prior to that, Southern started Valley play against the Sycamores in Terre Haute in a game where SIU trailed by as many as 32 to the eventual NIT runner-ups and head coach Josh Schertz. It's time to put the Holman Center demons of recent memory to bed tonight as SIU tries to join the fray known as the middle of the pack in the Missouri Valley Conference. It's the Indiana State Sycamores hosting your Southern Illinois Salukis inside Holman Center in downtown Terre Haute in Paradise. It's time for Saluki basketball. With the Hall of Famer Rodney Watson, with Paxton Guy back in our network studios, I am Luke Martin. Man, always great to make the trek over here, Coach Watson. It's an easy trek for you north, just from Evansville, to come up here to Terre Haute, and always an easy trek for those from Carbondale making the trip to come over to Terre Haute. And look, Indiana State, they had their bye on Friday, so they've had a fresh week to get prepared for this one here tonight. And for SIU, like we have said time and time again throughout the year, it wasn't the result they wanted on Friday, but I hate to be so cliche, but even if Southern got the big win on Friday, you'd have to turn the page really quickly to two teams that play differently but man having very similar seasons.
Isn't that's so interesting? Just when you look at the stat sheet, Indiana State shoots the ball extremely well. They don't guard very well. Southern's really guarding well. They don't shoot the ball very well. Records, pretty much doggone the same, isn't it?
Pretty much doggone the same indeed. And as Indiana State, again, their most recent game coming to this one, a dominant effort against the Evansville Purple Aces. But let's touch up on it from an SIU perspective again tonight. Matt Kelron House, a tremendous effort, career high for him, 26 points against Murray State on Friday. Damian Mayo, he is going to warm up again tonight and have a chance to play. So that's the good news, that Damian Mayo will be available. Isaiah Stafford is still out for SIU. But the Salukis, to have success, Coach Watson, no doubt Q is going to be a huge piece of it, but also even more so, Southern's got to find a way to just make Rollins a League Bay impact this thing in multiple ways.
Yeah, no question. Rollins is one of the best bigs in this, one of the best players in this league.
Yes.
And this league is loaded with players. When you look at some of the numbers you look at in your different sites, they've got him at, right, Bartovic had him around 24th in some rankings, and you think, man, there are 23 better players than Rollins, and there might be to some degree. Depends on what you're kind of looking at, but Southern's got to make sure they find him in various spots on the floor. You know, we've talked about his true improvement in three-point shooting. He really is a guy you want shooting open threes in rhythm at the right spot on the time clock as much as anybody on this team. But at the same time, he had 8 against Murray State and only 4 inside the arc. Murray did a really nice job on purpose, as Indiana State's going to do the same. But Southern's still got to find him with multiple touches around that arc, because that's an area where he's going to shoot extremely well. Even though he's shooting a 3, great.
You know what's crazy is I looked it up and was going through just the different metrics on KenPom. Now Rollins a League Bay, and just Valley games only. He's top 10 in three-point percentage in Valley games only, and that's really hard-earned for him. And then also I just feel like we don't do it enough. Calron House, when you look at the number of possessions that he has and he's involved in, which is the top tier, 28% plus, 6th best offensive rating in the league out of players that have that high of a possession.
Yeah, and the high possessions, what makes those statements, those stats really important. And again, back to Rollins on the way he's shooting the ball from the perimeter. Man, he is in rhythm. It is like, I'm not saying Mike Glenn status, I'm not being crazy here, but
yeah.
In terms of a guy that you're not wanting to tweak his shot at all, he's really shooting it right, and he's shooting it in smart times. Calron's so fun to watch him get to his spots. And Luke, he was able to get the spots in the last 2 games against Illinois State, and he got there pretty well against Murray State, even though Murray really shut off the lane. But Q is really in a good spot. He went through that game, had 26 points, no turnovers.
It's hard to think that someone could have a 26-point game and it be hard-earned, but it really was hard-earned. I mean, Q did not have a lot of open looks in that game against Murray State. But let's go ahead and transition into the Indiana State Sycamores. Our first Southern Bank. First impressions of the Indiana State Sycamores. Local people, local decisions. Community banking at its best. Was able to catch up with him for quite a while before the game tonight. And I just think we need to start here. Just so great to see Matthew Graves back. He had triple bypass heart surgery back in October. And, I mean, when you have 3 arteries that are blocked at 90% plus, that's something that you just don't joke about. And for him just to be alive, number 1, but 2, to be back and on the sideline, it really is great to see him doing well. And he said he's not totally 100% yet, but just so glad, and everyone in Saluki Nation should be glad that Matthew Graves is back on the sideline.
He credits his staff when he spoke with us, just what a great job they did. And, that part can give you enough stress on its own, because this is it's his second go-around. South Alabama got a second chance to come here, and you're wanting this thing to go right. He's building kind of taking over Josh Schertz, which had enormous success. So all those things weigh on you. The cool thing about Terre Haute, I was born here, and I grew up, less than 20 minutes from this beautiful arena. Basketball it's always been important, but it's not always been well received. I mean, people a lot of times didn't come watch. We talked to Matt Wren on a great 2000 team, beat Oklahoma in the NCAA tournament. Their crowds weren't. I mean, they got good. Yeah. Now the crowds are good. There'll be a good crowd here tonight. So Matt inherited a situation that he was part of building with Coach Schertz, and you throw all that stuff on everything, it affects you.
Let's also factor this in too. It's a different era, Coach Watson, wherein I think it's totally fair. Whether say fair, I don't know if fair is the right word, but it doesn't matter if you're Matthew Graves, insert any coach, Scott Nagy for that matter. It's not the old days where you had that guaranteed 4 or 5 year program build trajectory. You got to win tonight. That's the expectation for both of the programs moving forward. Let's get into Indiana State's team. Camp Wagner back. What a phenomenal game he had in here in this building a year ago. He made 6 threes in that game to have 18 points, but he's still not one of their key contributors on this team. Ian Scott has been a very efficient player and maybe all around Indiana State's best player.
From Grace College. If I was coaching again, which I'm never going to do it, and I had my chance, I'd be going to those NAIA games. I mean, talk about Humer Carlson went to Evansville. Now he's still a huge part of Illinois' great success. Played in a similar, I don't know if Grace and Huntington College are in the same league, but I know they play each other. But Ian Scott, leading them in scoring in the league, almost 15 points a game. Almost 6 rebounds a game, scoring at different parts of the floor, primarily in the lane. Big guy. He'll make a 3, gets one about every game. Man, what a big addition he's been to this Indiana State team.
Even though Marcus Harding did start in the most previous game for head coach Matthew Graves, what's also stood out about their team, you look at the last 5 games, even though they're 1-4 in those games, their best plus-minus guys in that stretch, 4 of their 5 have been off their bench. Their bench has really been productive and at times has been the catalyst to keep them in games and ultimately try to get them over the finish line, which, again, they've got a second-half lead in every Valley loss this year.
Man, Bernard was good against Evansville in their last time out, got 18 points. And when you've got a guy that can come off the bench, and Luke, I'm going to add one more guy. I think these point guards in this league get overlooked, but Xavier Hall, they list him at 6 foot. I'm not sure he is. It doesn't matter. Another 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover guy. Coach Graves talked about with us about how they want to. They're obviously a good three-point shooting team, but they want to score layups where they don't have to dribble or create their shot. Indiana State's a high volume. They're extremely high volume in their assists, and Hall's really doing a great job finding guys in both on cuts and on open jumpers. But Hall's going to be a big factor at the point guard spot.
That's our First Southern Bank first impressions of the Indiana State Sycamores. First Southern Bank proudly offers Kasasa Checking, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we have a jam-packed IBEW Nika pregame show tonight. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Intertape Polymer Group and SIU Athletics are sticking together to make a positive impact in Southern Illinois. IPG provides a culture of developing its employees and routinely promotes internally, allowing you to envision a long and rewarding career in packaging and industrial products made right here in Carbondale. If you're looking for a great place to work that is committed to safety and the growth of its valued employees, families, and communities, then IPG is for you. Reach out to join the IPG team at itape.com or through social media outlets. Hashtag iTape with IPG.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
Coach Gibbs joins us on the IBEW Nika pregame show. Coach, the Sycamores can really hang some points. How are they getting their threes? They shoot in such high volume.
Oh, yeah, their offense is really good. The field goal percentage right now is second in the league. But for their threes, they do a really great job in transition in setting step-up or pistol ball screens. And on that opposite side, they have a side of three. So with that side of three, you can have Camp Wagner, him being in the corner and getting either flare screens or pin downs. And that's how they get a lot of their threes is hunting those threes in transition.
Explain the terminology pistols.
Yeah, so pistol, basically when you come across half court and then there's a ball screen that's basically, I would say, facing the baseline or facing the sideline. So it's basically like what we call our step-up ball screens. And for those guys, they can set it from their 2 guards all the way to their 5 men. So a lot of their ball screens, they do want to go towards the sideline to get that short roll in the middle of the floor.
What's important in guarding that pistol action or that ball screen action on the side of the floor?
I would say the biggest thing for us that we want to emphasize is to be able to guard that short roll. You know, teams in the past have been really good of just hitting guys hitting the big men after they set a ball screen, hitting those guys late when they get to the rim. The way basketball has transitioned within the past 5 to 10 years is hitting those big men early so they can also make decisions or take 1 or 2 bounces and get to the rim.
Coach, you guys have been so great in the last 2-3 weeks of guarding the three-point line, and Murray State really went to work in the first half. Mm-hmm. How are they getting those shots, and is it going to be similar in what you expect to see against Indiana State?
Yeah, and as you can tell, we've been really good in the half court. And one thing that Murray did hurt us with was getting those threes out in transition. So, you know, that's the biggest thing. It would be communication. But that also ties back into offense. You want to be able to take great shots. You know, scoring the ball allows you to set your defense. Or even if you miss the ball, you want to be able to sprint back to get in the right positions. And like I mentioned, you can't take bad shots and then expect to be in a scramble situation and not give teams, you know, open threes. So for us, it's to take the right shots, take high volume, good shots, even if they're missed. We know where those shots are coming from, so we can be able to get in position in transition.
Murray State did a smart job of basically playing a one-man zone with King in the second half, and even with their other bigs when King was in trouble. Will Indiana State play a similar defense against you?
We believe so. We believe that they will be in a drop coverage with their bigs, and, you know, we're excited about that. You know, with teams being in drop coverage, we've had really good success the past couple of games with teams in drop coverage, with, you know, middle ball screens or just attacking the bigs that are in drops, probing the guards. So we think we could have success with the way they play defense.
That's Tate Gibbs, and you're listening to Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
I'm Damian Mayo Jr., and I'm proud to represent Southern Illinois when playing for Saluki men's basketball. It's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banterra Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can bank on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie Classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
We roll on here from Paradise on the IBEW Nika pregame show as SIU takes on Indiana State tonight. And luckily for all of us, Matthew Graves will be on the sideline for Indiana State, the head coach for the Sycamores in his second season on the Saluki Royalty Podcast Network and on the Saluki Radio Basketball Podcast. Coach Graves told us about his recovery from triple bypass surgery back in October, the difficulty of being away from his team, but most importantly, taking time to make sure that he was okay in order to be back on the sidelines this year, which he returned in the month of January.
Well, a couple things. One, my wife locked me in the basement, and I mean that in the most loving, affectionate way. Our house has a walkout basement, so she kind of kept me down there and away from social media and I didn't watch a lot of TV with basketball games early. The baseball, playoffs were going on at the time, so watched a little baseball and, just got outside and just enjoyed listening to music and just tried to relax that way. But also I knew that I had a great staff and, I didn't have to worry about practices being messed up, and I knew they were going to stay on task, and I knew they were going to treat the guys well, and I knew they were going to work hard. And so having that comfort level in knowing you had a staff that you could trust, they were going to continue to develop and grow our team, that made it a lot easier. I'll tell you, Luke, though, the hardest part really started to come when we got to the actual games. Certainly, I missed going to Butler. I would have loved to have been at Butler for the exhibition game, and they made a nice video, and it was great. Wish I could have been there. But the hardest part is when you started the regular season, and I was sitting in the basement watching games on TV, and you saw things that you could help, and you felt helpless. And then on the flip side of that too, there were times where, you could see guys just need a little bit of encouragement, and you couldn't provide that because you were, sitting in the basement watching. So I would say, and I am not ashamed to admit this, for a week or so there, I was really, I don't know if I want to call it depressed, but it really got me because you felt like you could provide help and input, but you just weren't in a position from a health standpoint to be involved as you would have liked. And but as we got to Thanksgiving and we turned into December, and I was able to be at practice but not really participate, and then come to games and sit at the top of the Holman Center for a couple games, and then graduate to sitting behind the bench. That process went a lot quicker once we got able to do those steps.
All of our podcasts this year can be downloaded on that Saluki Royalty Podcast Network. And, of course, everyone knows I came from Indiana State prior and worked with Coach Graves. It truly means so much to see him on the sideline and the fight through what he's been through, and so happy for him that they were able to catch it. And it's a great reminder for all of us, when you aren't feeling your best, go get checked out. Don't try to be Superman. because it could be something very tragic. And Coach Graves' story is, I'm sure, one of many that we can continue to learn from. We'll take a timeout. When we come back here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, Paxton Guy has that look around the Missouri Valley Conference scoreboard tonight. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Springtime must be around the corner. Giant City State Park Lodge is open for the season. The lodge is serving hearty home-style breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day in the heart of Illinois' most scenic park. 3 generations of the Kelly family and their staff look forward to welcoming you back. Bring family and friends, eat well, and enjoy authentic Southern Illinois hospitality at its best. Giant City Lodge, now open and serving every day. Longtime proud supporters of Saluki Athletics. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Conveniently located in the heart of Southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course. With 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction, Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their specialty. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
Paxton Guy back on the IBEW Nika pregame show. It's SIU and Indiana State tonight from Terre Haute. It's one of 5 games in the Valley tonight. We've got the earliest one, 6:30 tip-off in Des Moines. Valparaiso 6 and 7, and 6 and 8 Drake go at it. 7 o'clock in Evansville, it's Illinois State taking on the Purple Aces at Ford Center. Redbirds 8 and 5, Aces 1 and 12. Belmont looks to stay hot tonight at Bradley. That tips at 7 o'clock tonight in Peoria. And it's a 9 o'clock start tonight on CBS Sports Network between 10 and 4 Murray State and 7 and 6 Northern Iowa. Light night in the top 25. 3 top 25 tilts in action, including number 1 Arizona at number 9 Kansas in a big Big 12 tilt. Number 24 Louisville home to NC State. And in the Big East, it's number 17 St. John's taking on Xavier. When we return on the IBEW Nika pregame show, a Saluki flashback to this day in 2005. I'll give you a hint. It involves the Sycamores. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some not so good. It's why your State Farm agent is there with good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates for everyone. Yep, that's right. At State Farm, you get the great service and great rates with every policy, so you can be prepared for all of life's surprises. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. Applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. When you want a great deal, call State Farm agent Dave Anderson in Heron or Bob Barr in Carbondale today.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in events and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
The Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Saluki Flashback. We look back at this date in 2005, where SIU is welcoming Indiana State to Carbondale as the Salukis were looking to extend its Missouri Valley Conference home court win streak to the Larry Bird number, 33 in a row. And on this night, SIU would need help from outside its star in Darren Brooks, because he caught a sickness that many players and coaches had during their recent road stretch in Iowa. Good news, freshman Matt Shaw was ready for the challenge, posting a career-high 22 points and 10 rebounds on the night.
To the front court, Hairston, top of the circle, down the lane, pulls back, picks up the dribble, corner right, Brooks, shot fake, go baseline, goes under the goal, dumps to Shaw, who scores and is fouled. Shaw's career night continues with his 16th point. Brooks set him up, and Matt's at the free throw line to our right, trying to put his team up by 6 points. Kind of looks like he is a 1-4 look. Nope, they're going to feed the post, and Shaw turns and raise. He's going to try to take him. He is with a jump hook, rimming in, and Shaw has 18 points, and Southern leads by 8.
And see, Brooks knew there was a mismatch there. He knew that he had brought Donish out away from the basket. Shaw had a little guy on him.
Shaw had a great start to the second half, as you heard the voice of the Salukis, Mike Reese there. And Indiana State's dynamic scorer, David Moss, was keeping Indiana State hanging around with 10 minutes to go in the second half. And SIU was only leading by 5, 41-36. But it was Tony Young who helped increase the Dogs' lead, as he had 4 3-pointers on the night to make up for his 16 points and 3 steals.
Into the front court, Tony Young. Hughes is getting a little shorter here. Here's Hairston at the left of the circle. Dribble handoff to Brooks. It's knocked loose. Stolen. Adler throws it ahead. Moss runs it down. Young's chasing it. He missed it. He fouled him to go to the line. Moss will be at the free throw line, and Tony Young, much like the O'Brien play at Bradley, got back, didn't block that one like he did O'Brien, but he gets a standing ovation for the hustle play, Greg Sterrick, and fouled him.
Yeah, it was a tremendous hustle play that time by Tony Young. And, it was not a foul to hurt somebody at all. It was just a hustle play. He went up for the block. And, I think when you go in for a layup, you have to challenge that guy if he's got an easy layup. And Young challenged him. The dunk didn't go down. Now Moss has got to go to the line and try and make free throws to make 2 points.
Darren Brooks at the top of the circle, takes it to the free throw line. Down the lane he goes, throws it in the left corner. Young for a 3, good. Tony Young in the left corner, drills a 3. Hits his 4th 3 of the ball game. Man, is he hot. He has 16 tonight.
This Saluki flashback to February 9th, 2005. When SIU had the freshman Matt Shaw go for a double-double to lead SIU past Indiana State for its 33rd straight Missouri Valley Conference home victory. When we return, it's time to catch up with the head coach, Scott Nagy. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
Growing up in Southern Illinois, you learn the importance of helping others. I'm Caden Hawkins, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to represent this region as a member of SIU's Saluki men's basketball team. It's also why I'm glad to be a Banterra customer, because they support our communities. Plus, I can open my account online, and with their Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases contribute to SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store, kohls.com for details.
Coach, as you were able to dive more into the film, just what were the biggest takeaways from the Murray game that you wanted to refocus your group here for the Sycamores?
Well, some of it, you can't necessarily change. They made shots and we didn't. That's the biggest factor. We only had 7 turnovers, and we got 14 more shots than they got. And so, we just, when we had opportunities to shoot the ball, we just didn't make it, which is, it's kind of been the story this whole year.
We talked about your team. Obviously, the effort has always been there, and it was there against Murray. Just as you said, just trying to get those timely shots to fall has just been the biggest key for you guys at times this year.
Yeah, and you know, there isn't much more that needs to be said than that. I mean, you know, we watch the film and you go through the effort and execution, and you know, every game we have, you know, we fail at both of those in some respect, but you know, it's like consistently the effort's there. The execution was not great, but good. But you know, I mean, they like early there, you know, at about the 10-minute mark when they made all those threes, that was really the game.
Is there an area with your team that you felt was maybe a weakness at the start of league play that you've actually gotten better at now, that's improved as the year's gone on?
No. You know, I think, you know, our defense has been pretty solid all year, and you know, sometimes you have a game like that where guys you don't expect to make 2 threes do, and so you just have to live with that. We don't need to change a bunch. We obviously need to get better offensively, but I think defensively we're still in a pretty good spot.
What do you feel has been the biggest frustration of trying to find that consistency? Because there's been no doubt you guys have had some really good highs. It's just, as you said, it's trying to handle that success but also sustain it.
Well, the biggest frustration is shooting. We just don't shoot the ball well, and you know, we're to the point where nobody's even guarding us. It's hard to score inside because the defenses are so tight. We always have somebody on the floor that they know can't shoot the ball, and they're always standing in the middle of the paint. So it doesn't even matter if we run sets. It's just to the point where it's difficult to get good shots if you can't make threes.
Talking with Coach Graves in preparation for this game, he told me that, you know, when he had his triple bypass heart surgery back in the fall, that you're one of the first coaches to reach out to him and just wish him well, hope he was doing well. Look, you guys are all competitors, but when you hear one of your counterparts was having a very serious heart surgery, why it was important for you to make sure that he heard from you.
You know, it's a hard business, and you know, we all do compete, but we're all people, and obviously that's very serious when you're doing that deal. Just to see him back in the sideline, it amazes me. And I know he's doing well. He's probably working hard to try to keep his blood pressure down, but sometimes that makes your blood pressure go up if you're trying to be calm and you're really not inside. But you know, plus Matt's a great guy and is very likable, and there's probably some coaches I wouldn't have texted. No, I'm just kidding. I would have checked on anybody, but Matt is easier to check on because he's a good guy.
We continue our conversation with the head coach, Scott Nagy, when we come back. You're listening to the IBEW Nika pregame show, and this is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Era Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
A Saluki tradition since 1896. The SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at SIUalumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in an event and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Look at his team. I mean, they've had a second-half lead in all of their Valley games, even the games that they've lost. And a lot of their losses, they've led for the majority of the second halves. Their team, a lot like yours, I mean, I know they're different in terms of how they generate their offense, but very similar. And, man, they've been in a lot of games, and records could look completely different.
Yeah, and that's what losing teams say. But you're right, and I told the players that today, that, that this team, has taken gut punch after gut punch. They've lost 2 overtime games at home. We are the 2 teams that have beaten Belmont, but they're very good offensively. You can tell by watching them. Even having they just haven't given in. You can tell like their team likes each other. They play hard. It's all the things that everybody's saying about our team, I think, is exactly what they're saying about their team, and they're going. Looking at us going, this is our chance to get well.
What do you like about their offense, and what has made them so hard to guard?
Their posts are good passers. They run their offense really at the pace I wish we ran ours. I mean, you can tell they spend a lot more time just with their timing and things like that, and we spend more time on our defense. And if I were going to do it over, that's still the way I would do it. And so they're just hard to guard. They really are. They shoot it. They shoot a lot of threes. They play great in transition.
No doubt an area for them that has been an area of focus from their perspective to improve is defensively. Where do you feel you can really attack them and exploit their defense?
Well, we're more athletic. We we don't shoot as good a percentage as them, but I think we can drive them. We can even as hard as it is for us to drive people, because people are so tight. I still think that we can drive and get past them, and I think that we can beat them up in the post.
You look at their foul rate. They have the lowest foul rate in the league. Teams don't necessarily get to the free throw line a ton against them, but how can that help you in terms of using your physicality to at least get to the rim and maybe have opportunities to score in the post?
Well, they're not physical defensively, and that's why teams are shooting a pretty good percentage against them. I don't pay attention to where they rank in the league and all that, but they're giving up a pretty good. They're shooting a good percentage, but they're giving up a good percentage too, and so they're not real physical, and that's where we want to be one of the things we hang our hat on, and so we need to be physical offensively.
Look, it's important every game, Coach. I don't want to overemphasize it for this game specifically, but no question turnovers have been an issue for Indiana State this year. You guys love to get out and run in transition. How big will it be to force some turnovers and allow yourselves to be able to get points in transition?
Yeah, I think they might lead the league in assists, but they also lead the league in turnovers. They pass the ball a lot. They really move it. And so, yeah, I mean, we need the live ball turnovers where we can play in transition and get some easy buckets.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you after the game.
Thanks.
Once again, that was Coach Scott Nagy. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with starting lineups. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your life? Sean Daly at Guild Mortgage has you covered. With hundreds of loan products, including specialized programs for first-time homebuyers, military families, and rural residents, we've got the perfect fit for you. Guild Mortgage. Own what matters. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, Company NMLS 3274. Sean Daly, NMLS 1536006. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
Springtime must be around the corner. Giant City State Park Lodge is open for the season. The Lodge is serving hearty home-style breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day in the heart of Illinois' most scenic park. 3 generations of the Kelly family and their staff look forward to welcoming you back. Bring family and friends, eat well, and enjoy authentic Southern Illinois hospitality at its best. Giant City Lodge, now open and serving every day. Longtime proud supporters of Saluki Athletics. Go Dogs!
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
It's not just a home. It's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Era Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Saluki Nation, it's time to introduce you to the starters tonight in Terre Haute against the Indiana State Sycamores. Your Saluki starters are presented by Shelter Insurance. Here are your Saluki starters. Rollins is open, right arcing 3. Yes, sir! He says you can make one, Fred King. I'll add one in there as well. Makes it 7-3 SIU, 17-10 to go first half.
Ron Sleepy, a.k.a. Rollo, forward, sophomore, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mini High Academy.
House on the perimeter with 5, fading away with 3. Mid-range shot, nothing but net as confetti pops. Kelron House on the first made field goal. It's 2-0 SIU, 18:40 to go in the first half.
Kelron House, a.k.a. Will Scully, sophomore, guard, Louisville, Kentucky, Seneca High School.
Ball deflected, stolen away. Here's Drew Steffi, right to left, up ahead to Haynes. Haynes with a highlight reel, two-handed slam. Makes it 4-0 SIU, 18:20 to go in the first half.
Jalen Haynes, guard, freshman, Dallas, Texas, Hebron High School.
Haynes straight away to Rollins, finds Drew on the back door. He's wide open. Steffi converts. Hung on the left side of the rim. Steffi's now got 6 in the opening half.
Drew Steffi, guard, sophomore, Frisco, Texas, Frisco Memorial.
House with 15 on the shot clock, 42 on the game clock. Southern trailed by 9 with the ball. House to Prince at the nail. At the Valley Tex, to his left. Up with a two-handed slam. Prince Alibe thunders it through. He's got 4 in the first half, 41-34, and a timeout by Ryan Miller.
Prince Alibe, forward, senior, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mini High Academy.
The IBEW, the pregame show is complete. tip-off is next from Holman Center. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now, and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Turn it up. It's game time. It's time for Saluki basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Middle of the lane, goes up, a lot of contact, off the glass, bucket, and the foul! The heat check three, bullseye! He's wide open, far corner three, yes sir! Now 8-second differential, he's going full throttle, to the rack and he dunked it! Oh my! Catch and shoot three on its way, bullseye! Massive three for the senior! Hoist it up with two, short with one, Southern wins! Southern wins! SIU!
Saluki basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance for auto, home, and life coverage that goes the distance. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds.
Southern will knock off top 25 Indiana State 74-69.
Today's road game broadcast is driven by Rend Lake Golf Resort. Your getaway wherever the dogs go. The tip is moments away. Now with a call of the game, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glowed, the bombs bursting in
National anthem just being completed here in Terre Haute as Indiana State and Southern Illinois about to lock horns in this series that will now be game number 148 in this long series. And what's the irony of it? It's a series that's been dominated by Southern Illinois. 93 wins for SIU compared to only 54 for Indiana State. The IBEW Nika pregame show is complete. It's now time for our Ron Ward Chevy keys to the game, which are delivered to you by our Hall of Fame coach, Rodney Watson.
Indiana State really scores off the assist, and Southern's got to pressure the basketball, starting with the point guard, Xavier Hall, and everyone else that catches to take away open looks and open layups, because Indiana State really scores well off the catch. Secondly, Southern's got to dominate the lane on both ends of the floor, Luke. They've got to make sure defensively they have a presence. It's got to be physical, both out of their bigs and the guards. And on the inside, on the offensive end, Southern's got to go to that lane, much like Murray State did on Friday night. And then finally, when this game's over, most likely all eyes are going to go to free throws and rebounding. They tend this time of year to have a major effect on this game. I think it's a big key to how this is going to turn out.
Those were the Ron Ward Chevy keys to the game. Ron Ward Chevy will send you home happy. Your keys were a little bit longer tonight.
I thought it hurt our chances in the last game. I thought I had to extend it out and help the guys through this one. Because I know they're listening right now.
no question. Everybody's listening. Let's go ahead and get to the Shelter Insurance starting lineups. You already heard the Saluki starting lineup for head coach Scott Nagy. Here's the starting lineup for Matthew Graves, who in his second season here at Indiana State. It's his 7th season overall as a head coach. He had 5 years at South Alabama from 2013 to 2018. Sterling Young earns the start, a graduate student from Queens, New York. He has spent time at Florida A&M, Charlotte, and Pratt. Bruno Alathan earns the start at the guard spot, only going to be a second start. Back-to-back games where Alathan will earn the start. Sophomore from Barcelona, Spain. Marcus Harding, plus 14 in his plus-minus the last 5 games. He started for only the 9th time this season in that win at Evansville for the Sycamores. Center stands at 6'10", 255-pound graduate student as well from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's his second season with Indiana State before he was in Central Michigan. Ian Scott, another graduate student. Plainfield, Indiana, went to Plainfield High School. Started off at Grace College. He's transferred in and has just been outstanding. He leads the Sycamores, averaging almost 15 points per game in Valley play. And then Xavier Hall, guard, 6 foot tall, 185-pound senior from Shawnee Mission, Kansas, transferred in by way of Truman State. He leads the Sycamores with 45 assists in Valley play. That's the starting 5 for the Indiana State Sycamores here in front of this wideout here tonight in Holman Center. The 3,000th game inside Holman Center. This facility, of course, has been so historic and has seen some of the best play, not just, of course, here at Indiana State, but in the Valley. And then finally, the starting 5 here tonight for SIU. You already heard them. Rollins and Prince of Lake Bay, Cal Ronhouse, Jalen Haynes, and Drew Steffi earning the start. Again, Damian Mayo is dressed tonight. He is not starting. Very similar to what we saw from him on Friday night against Murray State. The majority of the lower bowl continuing to fill in here at Holman Center. A few rows up top are sprinkling in as well. Sycamore siren sounded tonight by somebody Ronnie Watson knows pretty well, Tracy Archuleta, the current Sycamore baseball coach, who, let's just say you two have, I think, shared a few conversations through the years.
We've yelled at each other over gym space and everything. What a great coach, and Indiana State's got a good one there. Luke, I got to add to this 3,000 thing. I was sitting in row 207, section 207 in 1977 when Bob King, legendary coach at Indiana State, and Gene Smithson got into it face-to-face at midcourt. I was a junior in high school. What a night.
Oh, the Wichita State Shockers and the Indiana State Sycamores had some good battles back in the day, especially with those legendary coaches. As the lights are about to be turned back on here inside Holman Center, our officials tonight, Chance Moore, Irvin Wilson, and Deldre Carr are our 3 officials. Salukis will be wearing their road maroons. And speaking of, Coach Archuleta giving some love to our coach Rodney Watson, as Southern Illinois will have Southern spelled out in the front, Illinois as well, with the white numerals in black trim placed right in the middle with their names spelled out on the back in white. Indiana State Sycamores will be in their home whites with Indiana above their royal blue numerals and State spelled out below them in gray trim. Names on the back spelled out in navy blue with navy blue numerals. On that blue State of Indiana at center court with a gray eye right in the middle of it with Sycamore spelled out in white is where Rollins and Harding will jump, as Rollins gets his right arm right in the middle as Chance Moore hits that Wilson mother ball with Wilson spelled out in navy blue. And it's going to be SIU winning the tip as they come down right to left. They've lost 2 in a row here in this building against SIU. 10 seconds in, Drew Steffi and SIU. Left of the elbow, left of the block goes the Prince of League Bay. Back outside, Drew Steffi. Straight away, Calron House. To his right, Jalen Haynes. Pass deflected and stolen by Ian Scott. One hands it up to Harding for Indiana State. Near corner, Alathan. Shot faked on the 3. Finds a leaping Scott at the free throw line. Back outside is Sterling Young. Young slows it down back to Xavier Hall. Hall near that midcourt of State of Indiana at midcourt. Finds Harding, guarded by Steffi. Harding get to use his dribble. Off the Hall with Prince of League Bay closing out. Hall in front of SIU's bench with 10. It's Allethen with 8 on the near wing. Left of the bend with 7. Straight away with 5. Allethen, the Scott in the high post with 4, and he traveled, and it's a turnover. Turnovers have been an issue for Indiana State this year as they average 13.4 a game. It's dead last in the Valley.
Good position defense. Good position defense by Southern on the first start.
You got to get people to quit coming up to talk to you, so I don't have to turn your mic down.
Superstar here, Luke.
Jalen Haynes on the near wing. Steffi holds it on his near hip of those maroon shorts. Right elbow extended, reversed out. Prince near corner Haynes. Haynes around a Prince of League Bay screen, gets downhill, shoved off by the Ashes. Haynes hesitates, back outside House. House with 18 on the shot clock, no score. SIU with the ball, had it nearly taken away at his knees. Near side Steffi, shot fakes on a 3, sidesteps, fires it up there. Too strong. Rebound to Scott. Scott up ahead to Allethen. Had his pocket picked by Steffi, but finds Young for a 3. It rims around and off. Here comes SIU as they run middle of the floor. Calron House near the left corner in the short corner. One hands it back to Haynes. Now it's Rollins of League Bay straight away. Rollins to the chest of Steffi. Right-handed 3 on its way. Yes, sir! Drew Steffi knocks down the 3 to start off the game. 3-0 SIU. 18:20 to go in the first half. Xavier Hall in the near corner. Hall to his left around a Harding screen with a chest pass to Allethen. Far left corner, Young. Young baseline left, turns away, back to Allethen. Hall wide open, 3 straight on, went wide right. Rollins of League Bay cleans it up. SIU middle of the floor as House finds Jalen Haynes. Haynes with that jersey untucked, looks to Prince of League Bay on the post. They reverse it around to Steffi. Steffi penetrates through a bad pass. Allethen steals it. It's up to Scott. Scott and Indiana State trailing 3-0. Allethen thought about the 3 momentarily. Drives to the rack. Reverse lay-in was short, but he was fouled and bumped. And it's going to be a foul on SIU. It's the first foul on SIU. And it's going to go against Rollins of League Bay.
Indiana State's going to run the sideline break, and Southern's got to get back in transition. They got to pound the offensive boards. You can do both, especially if you heat the offensive boards up. You can't get the outlet passes easily, but Southern's got to sprint back and find these spray-out shooters.
Bruno Allethen to the line where he is an 86% free throw shooter. Sycamores shoot the 8th best percentage in the Valley at 68%, and Allethen, nothing but net on his first, makes it 3-1. He'll have one more coming. Allethen in his most recent game had 4 points and 4 assists. The 4 assists, by the way, was a season high for him. As Allethen eyes up at that orange 10, off of his right hand, it rims off to Rollins of League Bay as Rollins clears it out in the paint. Here comes SIU leading 3-1. 17:40 on the clock and ticking. Calron House to the low right block, stumbled his way. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Xavier Hall. Coach Graves is going to look to his bench to see if they want to challenge, but again, it's very early to challenge. 17:39 on the clock in a 3-1 game. Calron will inbound it right at the baseline, finds Rollins of League Bay. Rollins trying to lower his shoulder in on Scott. He will in the middle of the paint at the Valley Techs. Right-handed shot, wide left. Prince gets the ricochet. Prince trying to go up aggressively. His shot well short. Harding gets the rebound. Here comes Indiana State trailing 3-1. 17:24 on that winding clock. Hall on the Y in Sycamores comes near side to Young. Young around a Scott screen. Finds Harding with a high leaping Rollins of League Bay. Now it's Young on the near wing. Young breaks down his man all the way to the rack. Low left block lay-in for Sterling Young. Gets his first 2 of the game. He averages 10 a game. Tie game at 3. 3 minutes gone by. SIU with the ball on the left side of the floor. Right of the bend, Jalen Haynes. He'll hoist the 3. That pops off. Scott gets the board. Damian Mayo about to check in here for SIU in a tie game at 3. 16:50 and winding on the clock. Indiana State with the ball on the near wing. Scott reversed back to Allethen, and now it's Young on that left arc. Young, one hands it to Allethen on the high right arc. To his near right. Allethen to the low right block. Reverse back out Scott. Scott skips it. Far left corner, Hall. Hall all the way on a drive. Left it short. Rollins of League Bay with the 2-handed rebound. Sideline right comes Calron House and SIU. Tie game at 3. House, left elbow, reversed out Rollins. 3 on the way, and the big man knocks it in. Rollins of League Bay, another made 3. It's his 16th of the season. SIU, their 2 made field goals or 3s. 6-3 lead for the Dogs. Young, high on that left wing. One hands at top of the circle for Indiana State. 16:10 to go in the first half. Indiana State trails by 3. Hall behind that blue arc, comes near side Allethen. Now Hall goes far left corner. It's Young. Young penetrates, left of the hashes, nearly traveled. He was fouled, got the N1. They're going to say the bucket counts. It's going to go on Jalen Haynes. Looked like he may have taken an extra step prior to the contact. 6-5 lead as Young now tries to get his 5th point of the game. As Jalen Haynes subs out, Damian Mayo in.
Southern's not guarding the ball well on the dribble. If you watch their feet, and you can't literally, but people at home watching on television, Southern's crossing their feet on the first step on the first dribble. That is a recipe for getting beat in the middle of the floor, and Southern's been beat the last 4 times.
2 fouls on SIU. It's a 6-5 lead. Young at the free throw line where he shoots 86%. And he converts. Ties the game up at 6. Little pressure here from Indiana State as Prince Aligbe brings it across. Finds Calron House past the white timing stripe. Steffi in the middle of the zone. It's a 2-3 zone for Indiana State. Steffi travels prior to going to the baseline, and a turnover on Indiana State, or a turnover on SIU. 15:51 on the clock. Tie game at 6. Nikki Rischel of SI Realty is the official realtor of Saluki Athletics. Visit Nikki today in Carbondale or contact her at 618-713-5353 to find your forever home. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in events and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Our first media timeout in each half is always brought to you by Ameren Illinois Energy, as it's an Ameren Illinois Energy savings timeout. Also gives us time to remind you when you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the new Varsity Network app available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. With the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin, Paxton Guy, back at our network studios. Indiana State and Southern Illinois in a tie game at 6, 15:51 on that clock. Coach Watson, kind of further prove your point, you were talking about Southern's footwork. What specifically really does Southern have to do a better job of tonight with how Indiana State is really running their offense?
You know, typically they're a passing team, but I think they've seen on film where Southern crosses their feet when they make their defensive slides. You know, you've got to keep your feet apart because then it makes it harder for the dribbler to get his second dribble in. You go anywhere you want on the first dribble. The second one is the one that you really get hurt if your feet cross. It's called a false step. Basically, you haven't gone anywhere when you cross your feet. Your body hasn't moved. Southern's got to take away that first and second dribble by keeping their feet apart.
Xavier Hall brings it down left to right in a tie game at 6. Indiana State searching for its first lead. Find a back cut to Scott. Scott was fouled by Mayo, and he'll go to the line. Mayo with that hard foul. It's going to be his third. Man, Scott, he just passes the ball. Or Harding, you look at Indiana State's passing, man, they pass with great tenacity. Jaheim Weber is now going to come into the game. Is Coach Nagy not happy?
You get a team that can dribble on you, and then all of a sudden they start making those backdoor cuts. That's a beautiful backdoor action. It's called pressure.
As Scott makes his first free throw.
Coaches call that pressure release because there's some pressure on the first catch. They'll bring a big guy up to the elbow. Anytime the guy catches the ball in the elbow, you should be schooled to know the wings are going backdoor cut on the next play. They've got to really drop their step back, make that cutter come through the chest.
Scott Nagy talking things over with Rollins Aligbe as he and Scott makes his second. Gives Indiana State its first lead. 8-6 lead is Jaheim Weber. He'll post up on the right side. Now comes to get a pass from Drew Steffi on a bounce. Near wing, dribble hand off to 9 with Damian Mayo. It's Prince Aligbe on that low left block extended. Lowers his shoulder in, thought about fading away through it right off the knee of Jaheim Weber and out of bounds. Jaheim was wide open, but it was a horrible pass.
As a fourth-year senior, Prince still gets sped up. Southern's got 4 turnovers in 9 possessions.
8-6 lead for Indiana State. Hall all the way to the rack. Got it blocked by Weber. Ball on the floor. Eventually taken away by Scott. Then it's up ahead to Steffi and SIU. 8-6 lead for Indiana State. And it's lost out of bounds. It will stay with SIU. 15:08 stopped on that clock. As Southern Illinois, they've lost the last 2 times they've been in here to Holman Center. 2-point lead for the Sycamores. It will be SIU inbounding here left of the basket. I should say left side of the floor, right side of the basket. Steffi, mid-range shot on its way and in on the baseline. Drew Steffi's been very consistent within the arc this year as they come down left to right, as it's Wagner into the game for the first time, as Harding goes back to Camp Wagner. Wagner drives baseline and it's stolen away by Prince. Prince and SIU come down right to left. Tie game at 8, 14:48 on the clock. Steffi to the nail, back out to Prince. Prince all the way to the rack, left-handed shot can't go. Kissed off the rim and off to Indiana State. Xavier Hall on the near wing, all the way to Scott, two-handed slam. And Scott thunders it through. He's got 4. Indiana State leads by 2, 10-8. Straight away, Kelleron House on the left side of the floor. Back to Prince of League Bay in the high post. One hand's off to Steffi. He's at the nail. That swirled around and off. Rebound to Scott. Scott, lazy pass, picked up by Xavier Hall as Kelleron House nearly stole it. 10-8 lead for Indiana State, 14:15 on that clock. Hall gets all the way to the low left block, whips it back out. Harding, wide open 3 in the face of Weber, rimmed off near side. It goes off to Prince of League Bay. Middle of the floor, past the blue state of Indiana, Kelleron House, downhill, low right block, and a bump and a foul. That will be the first foul on Indiana, or second team foul on Indiana State. Sycamores, they are, when it comes to their foul rate, Coach Watson, they foul the least in terms of the Missouri Valley Conference, which there's probably 2 ways you could look at that.
Yeah, in that play, Q did a great job drawing the foul because he literally, Hall was guarding in a legal position. He literally just drove into him to create the contact. Smart play by Q. I wouldn't have any fault if I was the Indiana State coaches with what Hall did.
Xavier Hall, it's his first foul and the first team foul. Jalen Haynes has it, drives baseline right-handed teardrop, well short. Bernard, who's into the game, who's got that blue and black hair as it streaks right down the middle. Left wing, Scott finds Bernard on the perimeter. Near corner, Wagner. Wagner right back to Bernard. Bernard, one hands it off to Wagner. One hands it to Scott straight away with 18. 10-8 lead for Indiana State, 13:44 on the clock. Scott drives baseline, threw it in the middle of the lane. Bernard left it short, but it'll go to the free throw line. 13:39 stopped on that clock, and another foul on SIU.
Hate to beat a dead horse here, Luke, but I'm telling you, that basket, or that foul was brought on by the offensive player for Indiana State driving baseline, and Southern continues to cross their feet.
Jaheim Weber, his first foul as Bernard at the free throw line, and he rims it off. Bernard has not been strong at the free throw line this year, 35%. As Prince of League Bay out, Davion Sykes in, 13:39 on the clock. Sykes had a really good game in here a year ago. It was one of the few Salukis that did play well in that season finale. Bernard splits the free throws, makes it an 11-8 lead for Indiana State. Right to left comes SIU, trailing by 3, 13:30 to go. House, right elbow jumper on its way, and it pops off. Rebound goes off to Scott. Scott had it knocked loose by Mayo. It's in that corner. House trying to save it. One hands it middle of nowhere. Young's got it up for a lay-in and fouled. Going to be now the 6th team foul on the Salukis. And that's on Damian, and that's going to be his second. Mayo entered the night 6th in fouls committed in Valley play, and Salukis now, that will be their 5th team foul. And hanging on the line is Young. 11-8 lead for Indiana State, 13:21 on the clock, and Young knocks in another free throw. He's got 6.
Q aggravated himself. He knows that's the old junior high thing. Never save the ball underneath the other team's basket. If he wanted to do anything, he should throw as far back into the backcourt as he could, with much momentum as he could get going.
Young, too strong. Davion Sykes tracks it down, and now he's running. Sideline right, Davion Sykes and SIU trailing by 4 with the ball. Kelleron at the chest of Mayo, finds Sykes straight away. Sykes to his right to Haynes. Haynes reverse it to Weber, straight away with 18 on the shot clock. 1 foot inside that blue arc. Near corner is Mayo, around his man Weber. Right-handed hook shot in the valley, text it goes. Man, Damian Mayo, he's got nice touch around the rim. His first bucket, 12-10 lead. He only played in 2 minutes against Murray after re-injuring his toe. Here comes Bugenhout. into the game for the first time. Bounce pass to Scott on the near wing. Bugenhout with a hip-high dribble. Back outside to Scott. Scott looking for a curling Wagner. Wagner physical with Mayo in the post. Bugenhout to his right. Bounce past Scott. Low right block. Left it well short. Davion Sykes spinning around Bernard. Middle of the floor at the Blue State of Indiana in the high post. Sykes nearly dunked it, but he lays it in. Soft touch for Sykes. That's what he's so good at. Southern ties it up at 12. 12:25 on that clock. Indiana State comes down left to right. Left wing Bugenhout straight away to Wagner. Now on the perimeter is Young, guarded by Sykes. To his right, into the baseline, underneath the basket, goes far left arc, Bugenhout. Back out Wagner, NBA 3 on its way, just pops off the rim. It was deflected by Haynes and eventually to Sykes. Sykes behind the back dribble, has it on the near wing. To his right to Haynes, near corner Mayo, shot fakes, still on the arc, down low to his right, spinning at the nail, low left block, lowers his shoulder in, and Jaheim Weber knocks it through for 2. It's his first made field goal. Southern right now with the lead, 14-12. 11:50 to go. Next step ball will be immediate timeout here in the first half. Scott runs in the house, goes left side Bernard. Bernard pitch it right back to Young, setting multiple screens for Young. Young, low left block, tried to rondo it, goes near side Bernard, right underneath the rack. Weber forces the miss, and it's off to Davion Sykes. Here comes SIU with the ball in the lead, 14-12. Haynes in the far right corner, nearly travels, threw it right into the chest of Sykes. Sykes one-hands it, no-looks Mayo, near arcing 3, wide right, one-handed by Bernard in Indiana State. 14-12 lead, 11:20 to go here in the first half. SIU on defense, leading by 2. Bugenhout thought about the 3. To his right, no looks to Young. Young on the perimeter to Wagner in the face of Haynes. Got it. Haynes got caught up on the screen. Wagner knocks in the 3. It's his 59th made 3 of the season. 15-14 Indiana State lead. House quickly downhill to the low right block. Back outside Sykes. Sykes wanted to shoot it, but he passed it. That was the smart move. In the near left corner, Mayo bounce past the Davion Sykes. Low left block. Sykes lowering his shoulder in on Scott. Banging his way. Fell down. Scott steals it. Left to right comes Scott in Indiana State. Bugenhout on the near sideline right. 1 point lead for the Sycamores. Lobbed to Bernard and lost it out of bounds. 15-14, 10:38 on the clock. SIU trails at the 10:38 mark here in the first half. We want to remind you that Marion Toyota, proud supporters of Saluki Athletics and a proud sponsor of the Saluki Player of the Game, which we talk to each and every game in the IBEW Local 702 post-game show. We'll take a timeout. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Always good to hear from a lot of familiar voices when making the return to Holman Center. None more than good old Brent Tonsoni. Listen in. Appreciate you, B. Tony. A lot of memories here inside Holman Center. 15-14 lead right now for Indiana State over the Salukis, and man, turnovers for both teams have really been the story, Coach Watson. Salukis have turned it over 6 times. Indiana State has made the Salukis pay right now. 4 points off those turnovers. Indiana State's turned over 4 times, and the Salukis haven't gotten any points off of them.
Those turnovers are coming out of 8 guys, so everybody's taking their turn out. Southern's got to settle down. A couple of their turnovers just simply going too fast, and they don't have to. Like Prince Aligbe had a double team. He made the right play, just didn't execute the pass off to Jaheim Weber. Those are just dunks that just are waiting to happen. Southern's bench did a nice job, though, Luke. They really came in. Sykes and Mayo and Jaheen really came in, got some scoring, got this thing back to 15-14, and got Southern some confidence.
Rollins of League Bay re-enters. Kelron House on the floor. Prince of League Bay, Jalen Haynes and Drew Steffi, the 5 for SIU. 1 point lead for Indiana State. Southern finds Haynes on the back door, near wing, now near corner. 3 for Rollins, way too strong. Off the hands of Harding and into the chest of Young. Young comes down left to right for Indiana State. They lead by 1. Bugenhout stands on that blue State of Indiana midcourt to his near wing. Harding, right side of the floor for Indiana State. They lead it by 1 with the ball. Young fell down, but it's going to be a foul on Haynes. Now that's going to be, I believe, Haynes' second foul. And it's going to be the 16th foul. So now you have Haynes with 2, Mayo with 2.
Southern's going to leave him in. The coaches are talking to each other, just leaving Haynes in. Haynes really got to play smart at the 10-minute mark.
Harding on the top of the circle to his near right. It's Bugenhout. One hands it back to Young. Young near that midcourt stripe with 13 as he backs his way right in front of Scott Nagy in that striped polo and maroon. Straight away is Harding. One hands it back Bugenhout. Bugenhout one's at far corner Bernard. Harding was open. He finds him late, and it's turned over by Prince. Kelron House snaking his way, middle of the floor. By that navy blue arc, reversed it back out to Prince. Prince, it's a hard screen for Haynes. Haynes dives to the rack, off his right hand and in. Nice scoop shot by the freshman Jalen Haynes. His first 2 points of the game. Southern Illinois back in front by 1. Bugenhout, bounce pass to Harding straight away. Harding looking to his left to Young. Young, high left bend, still on that arc. Young in those black Under Armour sneakers. 3 on the way for Young, just goes off the rim to the left. Steffi lost out of bounds. It will stay with Indiana State.
Southern's got to recognize Indiana State's footwork as well. Southern can drive that lane as well. Indiana State, they're playing skip rope also.
Rodney, it's not a good Indiana State defensive team, and that's where a lot of teams have scored on them, and that's where the Sycamores or the Salukis got to make them pay. Alvin in the near corner to Scott. Scott holds that Wilson ball over his head. Now he goes to a right-handed hip-high dribble into the paint, looking for a hook shot. It goes off with his right hand, swirled off, and Prince of League Bay gets the rebound. Scott, who's very efficient, not efficient right now. House nearly lost his dribble, regains control. Prince shot fakes to his right, fakes the dribble handoff with Steffi, trying to beat his man one-on-one. Mid-range shot, air ball. Goes, and it was out of bounds, and it will, is it going to go back to Southern?
Indiana State obviously got the air ball and stepped out of bounds on the takeoff.
So Chance Moore, who made that call, it'll be Kelron House who will inbound with a 1 point lead. Steffi's got it just inside the near wing. To his right, Jalen Haynes goes baseline right on Young. Thought about the mid-range, looked right into the chest of Rollins of League Bay. Rollins behind that arc. To his left, Kelron House. Left side of the floor, 1 point lead for SIU. House breaking down his man to a jump stop. Right-handed floater, rims in. Kelron House, that signature floater for him. It's his first made field goal. 3 point lead for SIU. 8:32 to go here in the opening half from Terre Haute. Bugenhout lobbed it to the rim without looking at anybody. Steffi steals it. Here comes Haynes, middle of the floor, top of the key, all the way to the rack. Haynes kisses it in for 2 more. Jalen Haynes has 4. Timeout Matthew Graves. And that brings us to a media timeout. Southern Illinois with its largest lead, 20-15. We'll take the timeout with them. State Farm agents Bob Barr and Carbondale, Dave Anderson and Heron are proud to support Saluki Athletics. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Contact Bob Barr today at 618-457-2113. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ronwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Ronwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at ronwoodchevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
20-15 lead for SIU as they are on a 6-0 run over the last minute 21. Salukis, well, they are getting involved in terms of everybody having a share in turnovers, but also points scored in the game.
Everybody gets to play in this game. This was like an Oprah show here. Everybody gets a car.
But to that point, as we come back, I mean, we were talking about it in the break. You know, Indiana State, one of the things that, of course, Josh Schertz and his teams were so good at in terms of playing with pace, games in terms of really high possessions. That's been a carryover with Coach Graves. They average right around 67.5 possessions per game, and you keep track of possessions, and we're already at a really good number.
24. I mean, this game's going to have 80 if not careful. When my first year of coaching in high school, I thought we wanted to press because John wouldn't press. After the game, a guy became really good friends. Dennis Reeder said, "Hey, why were you pressing? We were killing." I go, "Well, that's just what we want to do." He goes, "You might want to rethink that."
20-15 lead for SIU as the Salukis trying to get back in the win column and earn their 5th win of the Valley season. Xavier Hall on Indiana State, high on that left wing, finds Allison straight away. Allison with 17, hooks a pass near corner to Young. Right back to Hall near the midcourt logo. Comes near side, Young. Long three on its way. Short, rebound, bounces off the rim to Rollins Aligbe. Here comes SIU down the floor. Prince, shot fakes, goes up for a dunk, and he just lays it in. Prince Aligbe with his first bucket. Now another Saluki that has scored in this game. Every Saluki that has appeared has scored in this game, all 8. Largest lead for SIU, 7:40 till halftime. House trying to get his hand in the cookie jar. Hall got switched off on the Prince Aligbe. Now it's high on that arc to Hardy. Hardy, high left wings. It's a hard screen for Allison. Allison cutting into the paint, threw it out of bounds.
7 shutouts in a row for Southern. 5 of those shutouts have been turnovers by Indiana State. Southern's got to keep doing what they're doing. It's bugging them. The switching, I don't think is great, but it's effective. Keep doing it, Southern.
Calron House, he'll walk it down right to left above that gray state and I in the blue state of Indiana at midcourt. Prince goes back near side Mayo, lobs it in the Rollins. He's got it, low right block, goes up and in, and he's fouled! Rollins Aligbe. A chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Makes it 24-15 as Cooper Bean is going to come into the game for Indiana State. Bean played in 2 minutes against Evansville. It's only going to be his 11th game appeared in on the season. Sterling Young will come out, and it's only the 2nd foul on Indiana State.
Really nice lob pass right on the money.
Rollins, free throw, up and down. As Aligbe's got 6 points now for SIU, 25-15 lead. Southern shows a little bit of pressure here, coming down to 1-2-2. Wagner in the backcourt, lobs it near sideline Hall. Hall just past the blue state of Indiana to his left. Wagner wanted the three. He goes to his left to Bean. Bean reverses out of the corner, has it on that high left wing, goes off the Hall. Hall to his right, switched off on the Mayo, to his left, low left block, spinning, back out Harding, right-handed three, pops off, rebound, Prince Aligbe. Prince and SIU come down with a 10-point lead as Prince slows it down, right of the bend, goes back to Calron House straight away with a 10-point lead, 6:40 on the clock, 20 on the shot clock. House to his left, right hand hip high dribble, goes to his left hand, and it's going to be another foul on Indiana State. It's going to go against Xavier Hall. And that will be Hall's second.
They've been real critical of footwork. Prince Aligbe, his last 2 possessions when he closed out, his feet are apart exactly like you have to do. He did a really nice job guarding the ball.
Mayo inbounds to House on the Sycamores, typing in white. Finds Rollins just inside the high right post. Rollins to his right to House. Now sets a screen for House. House right elbow jumper, wide left. Prince knocked it back to Mayo. Mayo deflects it to Steffi. Steffi right arc to House. Extra pass. Rollins goes up for a one-handed slam. Missed it badly. He goes right into the chest of Harding. Mayo being a pest. Can't get it back. Hall up ahead Bean. Bean left wing three on its way. Wide right. Rebound Damian Mayo. Right to left comes SIU. 10-point lead in the ball. Mayo one hands at House. House on the perimeter. Drives to the low right block. Re-enters into the paint, spinning right-handed shot, wide left again. Rebound Wagner on the baseline. Wagner goes sideline left. Bean on that high left arc. Bean waits for reinforcements, finds Wagner. Wide open three, and he goes in. That's on Prince Aligbe. Wagner, he knew he had it open. And Prince did not go out. That he is a green cover on that perimeter. Rollins straight away. It's an 7-point lead for SIU. They have the ball. Mayo bounce past the Prince into the paint, hesitates on Harding, missed it badly again, trying to get a foul call instead of making a bucket. 25-18, 5:25 on the clock. Hall to his left, low left block, blocked by Rollins and out of bounds. Will stay with Indiana State. Sykes and Haynes enter now for SIU. Coming out is Mayo and Prince.
One thing about Indiana State, they've thrown it all over the gym, but man, when they get open threes, they will make up for those turnovers in a hurry.
Camp Wagner, baseline left on the Indiana State typing in royal blue. Looking to his left, having time, off to Harding. Harding guarded by the smaller Haynes. Now it's Hall to Bean. Bean straight away three, bullseye. Cooper Bean, only his fourth made three of the season. He's a walk-on from Noblesville. Makes it 25-21, and a 10-point lead's evaporated the four. Rollins Aligbe on the near wing finds Drew Steffi. Steffi, low block, bounce pass to Rollins. Rollins hesitates, shot blocked. Harding gets it back in the near corner. Here comes Hall in Indiana State. Top of the key, 4:53 to go in the half. Bean finds Harding, now back to Wagner. Wagner gets by Steffi all the way to low left block. Horrible pass. Harding saves it on the baseline. Harding on the block, stolen away by Rollins. Rollins up ahead, threw it right to the chest of Bean. Now Harding with a two-handed slam. Rollins wasn't even looking on his pass. Harding gets his first two, and now just like that, Indiana State is on an 8-0 run. 25-23 lead for Southern Illinois. It was once 25-15. Haynes straight away as the defense chants start to make their noise here in Holman Center. Haynes' shot will go as he was fouled on the drive. Haynes will have a chance at a three-point play with 4:18 on the clock, 27-23, SIU with the lead.
Really needed that bucket. Southern went 5 possessions empty. Haynes really made a great athletic play. He's playing with good pace in this game now, and he's got 2 fouls. Luke at 4:18. Southern really needs that young man in this game. They got to be smart in how they utilize him in these next 4 minutes.
Drew Steffi talking things over with Tate Gibbs, the offensive coordinator for SIU. Jalen Haynes to the line in those white Under Armour sneakers. Toes that white charity stripe line. The black Under Armour headband, and his free throws up and rims off. Rebound to Scott in Indiana State. 27-23. Southern now 1 of 2 at the free throw line in the game. Scott one-hands it off to Hall. Indiana State with the ball right side of the floor. Bernard, who's scoreless in the game, pitch back to Wagner. Wagner goes back straight away to Hall with 15. Scott in the high post, guarded by House, goes low left block Bernard. Bernard, one-handed bounce pass to Bean, and then Bean goes right back to Bernard, who was fouled. 3:57 on the clock, 27-23 lead for SIU as we've reached the immediate timeout. Vogler Ford is committed to being your service destination for life with a fast and friendly service department and an online parts business that ships parts all over the country. You can get what you need wherever you need it, VoglerFord.com. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit Samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. With the Hall of Famer, Ronnie Watson, packs the guy back in our network studios. We are getting closer to the Built Ford Tough Power by Mediacom halftime, and SIU, they've led by as many as 10 here in the opening half. Get credit for Indiana State. They were able to go on an 8-0 run to get back within 2, but right now, Salukis will have, or I should say, it'll be coming out of this timeout. Foul went on Calron House. 2 free throws will be rewarded here for Indiana State as they trail 27-23.
And it happened out of that pistols action that Coach Tay Gibbs was talking to me about before the game. We talked about how they like to run pistols. That's a ball screen kind of set toward the baseline side or in the sideline. It's made real tight pick and roll and what they call a pocket pass, where the passer throws in that little wedge in between the defenders, the 2 defenders, and St. Bernard's get a couple free throws.
Bernard to the free throw line. He's already split a pair, and that one rainbow arcs in. Again, he is only a 35% free throw shooter entering the night. As Bernard back to the line, eyes it up there, and nearly Steffi went into the lane for a lane violation, but he just saved it. It went right. SIU comes down with a 3-point lead. It's down to a 1-possession game. Calron House sets up the offensive set. It's a zone. It's a 1-1-3 zone there for Indiana State. Heem has on the low right block, and Jaheim Weber back outside Jalen Haynes. Now it's House on the arc. House penetrates, pulls up into the lane, and got his mid-range shot to go. Calron House has 4 points, 29-24, 3:30 till the halftime buzzer. Indiana State with the ball on the right side of the floor. Bernard hands it back to Hall. Hall high on that left arc, zags his way to the near right side of the lane. Back outside Wagner. Wagner to his left, finds a cutting Scott. Scott dished off Bernard, can't dunk it, but he got it, and he's fouled. Bernard tried to go for the dunk, but he muscles it in, and Bernard will have a chance at a 3-point play. He had 18 points on the road against Evansville their last time out. He's got a chance to get 5 here at the line.
Pistol actions again. Indiana State looks like they want to go to that with a steady diet against Southern Illinois. They see something defensively Southern's doing or not doing. It's leading to open shots.
29-26 is Bernard. That one swirls off, and a lane violation on SIU. My goodness. Who do they call it on?
Drew Steffi got in
again,
early, and he was waving. And they called him on a wave. He didn't touch the line. That was a cheap call.
Okay.
Really cheap.
So Bernard goes back to the line. That one pops all the way in.
Mark that down. It's 3:14. That could be a big factor in this game.
29-27, 2-point lead as SIU comes down right side of the floor, or left side of the floor on the right arc. Steffi finds Jaheim Weber. Weber angles his way to his right, fakes a pass to Steffi on the baseline. Now it's House in the far right corner. Drives baseline right all the way to the rim. Rimmed around and off. House battling for the board. Last touch by Indiana State. It stays with SIU. 29-27 lead for the Salukis. 2:53 on the clock. Calron House will inbound. Baseline right on the left side of the floor. House into Weber. Goes right back to House. House muscles over Hall. Got the shot off to the right. And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Hall. So Hall picks up his 3rd foul as he stayed in. Calron House will go to the line. House will try to make some hay here at the free throw line. We're on the year 75%, but that percentage has gone down in league play. House will shoot 2. He's got 4 points. His first on its way, and it's in.
Much like we saw against Illinois State. Really ball last week, Murray as well. Q's going to have to really take it upon himself when the ball comes back to him to get to those sweet spots that he likes to score from. He's the most effective scorer right now for Southern. Southern took out Haynes on that substitution at 2:49. Really smart play by Southern's bench.
House converts on them both. He's got 6 points to lead all Saluki scores. Him and 3 Salukis with 6 points in the game. Rollins, House, and Haynes. Boogan out just past that Blue State of Indiana at midcourt. To his right, trying to get by Calron House. Reverse back to Bernard. Bernard eyes his way on the near wing, looking for Wagner. Wagner to his left. Left elbow into the lane. Goes up left-handed shot. Swirled off. Rebound loose and eventually goes to Calron House and SIU. Right to left comes SIU. They lead at 31-27 with the ball. House quickly to the lane. Got the shot to go in through contact as well. House, he's got 8 in the first half. 33-27. 2:15 till halftime. Bernard, high left of the bend. Finds a curling Bean. Bean on the perimeter to his left, hounded by Mayo. Outside Bugenhout, 3 on the way, short. Rollins battling for the board with Bernard, and eventually Rollins comes away with it at his shoulders. Dishes off the House on the sideline left. Left side of the floor, Steffi thought about the quick 3. Penetrates from the near corner. Steffi all the way to the rim. He's bumped. He's fouled. Count the bucket for Drew Steffi. 1:53 on that clock. Steffi now has 7 here in the opening half. A chance to make it 8. And Indiana State trails by 8 as SIU tries to get it back to double figures. They can make it 9 with a made free throw.
Heads up play by Drew. We call it finding the mouse. The guy that just can't guard you. He just went really a nice, easy pace to a spot he likes.
Drew Steffi can't convert. Ball deflected back to Steffi, but then it's loose. Midcourt stripe. Mayo saves it. Finds Steffi right arc. Steffi penetrates from the right baseline. Dished off to Sykes. Low left block. Spinning in front of the rack. Off the back of the rim. And it goes to Ian Scott in Indiana State. Bugenhout in Indiana State. They trail by 8 with the ball. Scott on the near wing. Behind that navy blue arc. Finds a cutting Young. Young reverse lay-in. Blocked into the chest of Bernard. Now Wagner. Shot fakes. Mayo tried to block it, and it goes in. Wagner, second chance 3. He's got 9. Now it's Southern all the way down. It's Mayo. Mayo to the rack. Tried to find Steffi in the corner. The pass was deflected. Out of bounds. It stays with SIU. 35-30. Southern with the lead in the ball. Inbounding. Baseline right. Fast-paced game. Rollins the league bay. Challenges Bernard. Finds a curling Sykes on the low left block. Up, shot out of Bernard's hands, and it's going to stay with Southern. Bernard blocked it out of bounds from Sykes, 35-30.
Sykes in a good rhythm, cutting behind his defense like we know he's good with.
18 on the shot clock. Rollins has it quickly in the Bernard. They have it stripped. They force a jump ball, and it's going to go possession arrow in favor of Indiana State. 1:10 till halftime as Steve Hawkins yells out to get a stop to the Salukis. 35-30 lead for SIU. Southern, they've led for the majority of this first half for almost 11 minutes. Bugenhout on the near wing, looking to his left around an Ian Scott screen. He backs his way to the near arc, now on the near wing. Bugenhout to his left to Young. Young, far left corner, guarded by Mayo. Finds Bugenhout, left arc with 13, now 12. 50 seconds on the game clock. Scott, low left block, falling down into the chest of Steffi. Steffi, they can go a 2-for-1. Up ahead, Sykes. Sykes, two-handed slam on that low right block. Davion Sykes with 4 points in the opening half. Southern back in front, 37-30. 36 seconds left, about a 8-second differential game clock, shot clock. Bernard, straight away with 22 on the shot clock to his left, Bugenhout. Indiana State, 3 on the way for Bugenhout, off the heel. Rebound loose. Wagner's got it near corner. Wagner drives to the rack and he lays it in. He could have held for the last shot, but Southern will now get it, 37-32. House at that midcourt, Blue State of Indiana. And Coach Nagy will not use that timeout. Calron House, ankle high dribble with 8, with 7. Midcourt logo still with 6, now with 5. To his right with 4. Right arc with 3, with 2. Step back 3 with 1, wide left. 37-32, and that brings us to the end of the first half. Southern Illinois leads by 5 after Indiana State had the initial surge, the lead for the first 4 minutes and 9 seconds of the half. Southern leads it for the final 12 minutes and 11 seconds. There will be a 5-point lead for the Salukis going into the halftime break. The Built Ford's up. Powered by Mediacom. Halftime is next. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
When you play sports, you know the importance of teamwork. I'm Michaela Coburn, and I play for SIU Saluki Women's Softball. I'm also a Banterra customer because they are a great team player for our communities and they are making banking easy. With Banterra, I was able to open my account online, and with their mobile app, I can manage my money on my time. Plus, with the Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases support SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
The Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois has the most highly trained team of orthopedic, spine, and podiatric surgeons, including interventional pain management. From sports medicine to neurosurgery, podiatry, and interventional pain, we are committed to providing the very best in diagnoses, treatments, physical and occupational therapy, and rehabilitation to local athletes. Visit oisil.com or call 618-997-6800. OISI is the official orthopedic provider of Saluki Athletics.
A Saluki tradition since 1896. The SIU Alumni Association is
Show that to the
heartbeat
coaching
of
staff.
Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in event and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, powered by Mediacom. Brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Also brought to you by your Illinois Ford dealers and the F-150, proud sponsors of your Southern Illinois Salukis.
This is the Built Ford Tough, powered by Mediacom halftime. SIU, they lead at the halftime break 37-32. Alongside the Hall of Famer, Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. Salukis win. They've gone to what they're good at, Coach Watson, which is points in the paint. Salukis plus 14, 26-12. Points in the paint so far here in the opening half. Salukis have only attempted 7 threes. They have made 2 of them. 2 of 7 from behind the arc. Saluki shooting 43% as a team. They've held Indiana State to 4 of 14 on their threes. Indiana State, a team that does not get to the free throw line a lot. They're almost dead last in the Valley in free throw rate. They've been to the line 12 times. It's the free throw line that's keeping Indiana State in the game.
Yeah, they're able to get there on the dribble. I was talking about Southern's footwork. Got a little bit better later in the second half, but the pistol action ball screen from the wing has created contact in the middle, and Indiana State's been the benefactor of getting to the rim where there was some contact. Southern's only been there 5 times. Southern has 6 offensive rebounds. 3 of those are team rebounds, by the way. That led probably to a dead ball situation. Not taking anything away from it. Southern gets the ball back. But this is a game that high possessions, extremely high turnovers. I would expect a lot of lead changes in the second half, or anything can happen, that's for sure.
Well, why would you say that? I mean, there's been no games like that this year. It's not been a theme at all.
This one has been this has been an interesting February game, and boy, these coaches, they trust their guys with that ball. That thing is going up and down the floor tonight.
All 8 Salukis who have entered the game have scored. Calron House leads things with 8 points, 3 assists, and what's important for Q, he's not been the one that's been involved in the turnover issues. Rollins, really tough first 20 minutes for him. Does make 6 points. He's got the modern three-point play and then a old school three-point play in the game to make that one free throw in one. But 3 turnovers for him. He has 3 of the 8. Drew Steffi has the other 2, but Drew also has 2 assists.
I will tell you, on the assist part on both teams, while there's been a lot of action going on and a lot of turnovers, you don't get the sense that anybody's trying to hog the ball. I mean, everybody's played in this game. There's been 17 guys that have played. They're all looking for their teammates. They're trying to share the ball, maybe sometimes a little too much. One thing's for certain, we'll talk about the adjustments. You leave Camp Wagner open, you got a chance for him to hang a 3 on you really quick, because he has got a beautiful stroke. He's done a nice job coming off the bench, and sometimes that's not easy to do for a veteran player.
No, it's not. In the last 2 games, he's had to do that for head coach Matthew Graves and the Sycamores. He leads the Sycamores with 11 points. He's 3 of 4 from 3. It's as many points as he had in the Arch Madness loss, which, of course, Southern was able to win that one in thrilling fashion, 86-85. The last time these 2 teams met, which was in St. Louis. And, of course, these are two teams right now that would be on Thursday of the tournament if that tournament began again. So Saluki's 23 rebounds in this game to 20 for Indiana State. Sycamores came in, again, not one of the better rebounding teams in the league. On the season, they're out-rebounded by an average of 1. Saluki's +2 in the offensive boards, +1 on the defensive boards.
Yeah, I like the way Southern's going the boards. They're hustling, man. It's not like they're standing back. One thing that, in addition to the footwork, certainly on the defensive end, they're slow getting out to those three-point shooters. When they get stuck inside, and again, it's happening when they switch. When you switch, you get into a new assignment, and then all of a sudden you're in a long rotation out, and Indiana State's going to look for as much as they can in the second half. But, man, this isn't an effort issue. Both teams are playing hard, and they want one thing. They want to get one more win on their record.
SIU leads at 37-32 here at the Built Ford Tough, powered by Mediacom halftime. We will take a timeout. When we come back, the true star of Saluki Radio, texting guy, with a look around the Missouri Valley Conference scoreboard. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
Anyone can slap a logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town, your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service. The human way.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Southern Illinois University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Paxton Guy back on the Built Ford Tough halftime, powered by Mediacom. Dogs lead Indiana State 37-32. At the break, one other game in progress. They're halfway through the first half in Des Moines. Valparaiso leading Drake 20-16. Beacons looking for a road dub tonight. Couple of 7 o'clock tip-offs. Illinois State is at Evansville and Belmont is at Bradley. The Bruins have won a gazillion in a row. Give or take a few. 9 o'clock tip on CBS Sports Network. Murray State hosting Northern Iowa. Racers coming at 10-4 in the league. Northern Iowa at 7-6. Top 25, 3 games in action. Number 17, St. John's trailing at home to Xavier, 58-54. Early second half. Number 24, Louisville, having no problems with North Carolina State, 56-36 at the half. And later, it's number 1, Arizona at number 9, Kansas in the barn. That'll tip at 8 o'clock. Dogs lead this one 37-32 over Indiana State. It's the Built Ford Tough halftime, powered by Mediacom, and this is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store, kohls.com for details.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the Built for Tough Halftime Show. Powered by Mediacom. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Now, with the call of the second half, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
Getting ready for the second half here from Terre Haute. 37-32, Southern Illinois leads it over the Indiana State Sycamores. For 100 years, Vogler Ford's been committed to helping Southern Illinois drivers get the best deals on new Fords. With a great selection and fast and friendly service, we've been Carbondale's one-stop shop for generations. Vogler Ford, we've been steering the way for over a century. In SIU trying to get a win here in Terre Haute for the first time since 2023 when they won in this building on January 11th. That was 69-61, an 8-point win. Salukis have lost the last two in Terre Haute. Southern did, of course, get the win over Indiana State in St. Louis in Arch Madness, 86-85, the last time these two programs met. Let's go ahead and get to our halftime adjustments, which are brought to you by the popular Ronnie Watson, the Woodard Wellness Group. Call for your courtesy consultation, 529-4545, and see if Dr. Woodard can get you back to health. 529-4545. Dr. Brian Woodard is a certified chiropractic sports physician.
Southern's just got to slow down just a little bit. I'm not talking about walking the ball up. Play at the same pace, but in the half court, you don't have to get in a hurry against Indiana State. Luke, you said it just flat out. Indiana State doesn't guard very well. Southern doesn't need to get in a hurry. Just slow down, because your version of slow is going to be fast enough. That's number one. Number two, Southern's got to close out on Wagner and every other three-point shooter. We're going to walk in by the name of Bean comes in. I'm not sure he's made one since high school. When he comes in, shoots an open three. Got to get all guys that are shooters. And most of these guys do shoot it. And Southern's doing a better job, especially in the last 8 minutes of the first half defensively. They had to keep their feet apart, of course, like I keep talking about. And then finally, this game's going to come down the free throw line. It just has that feel that you've got, when you get to the line, you know, we can gripe as coaches. We gripe about our teams not shooting enough of them. The bottom line is when you do get a chance, you got to make them.
Cooper Bean, by the way, he's made 4 threes this year, counting that one earlier in the
first half. There you go. Game 25.
He's SIU and Indiana State. It'll be Saluki basketball. Whoa, they inbounded it way too early. Man, Chance Moore, what are we doing? I mean, there's still 7 seconds on the clock. And
there's still a commercial break.
Yeah.
I like the way he's thinking, though, Luke. That's the way, Chance. Get this game going, baby.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. Now John Benton gives the final thumbs up to Jalen Haynes, who can trigger it in. 37-32 lead as SIU with the ball as they'll go left or right the remainder of the game. Haynes around league base screen, downhill to his right, into the chest of Allison from the Valley Tech. Spain away, drains the shot. Jalen Haynes, he has 8 points now in the game, 6 in the opening half. 39-32 lead. SIU leads it by 7. They've led by as many as 10. Sterling Young to his right for Indiana State. Low right block, reversed it back outside to Hall. Hall's who's got 3 fouls right now. Scott skips it far corner. Scott got all the way to the rack. Right-handed shot, can't go. Ball batted around like a volleyball and eventually won by SIU. House to his left. Haynes quickly down to Rollins. Rollins threw it right into the hands of Alifin, who closed down on his brother Prince. But it'll stay with SIU. Lobbing it in was Haynes. Finds Rollins a league bank. Rollins to his left to House. House thought about the 3 on the perimeter. Finds Prince on the near arc. Hard bounce pass over to Jalen Haynes. Haynes downhill to his left. Right-handed teardrop. It was actually a lob for Rollins. Missed the dunk. Low right block. Alifin picking at it like a gnat. And it eventually goes off to Hardy. Hardy comes back to Hall on the near sideline left. Alifin on the perimeter. Back to his right. 7-point lead for SIU. Indiana State with the ball. Hardy using that physical body of his. Tells Alifin to clear out. Finds Scott. Pitch back. Young right at the bend with 15 on the shot clock. Crosses over. To his right on Drew Steffi. Low right block. Back outside Hall. On the right arc is Harding. Harding downhill. Beat Prince Aligbe all the way to the rack. Dished off near corner. Alifin 3. Rims off. Prince Aligbe, or Rounds Aligbe, gets the rebound. Here comes SIU left to right with a clapping Matthew Graves. Calvin House on the near wing. House looking for a post-entry feed to Prince. They go around the horn to Rollins. Finds Drew Steffi. Steffi with Young on him. Off the House on the near wing. Behind that navy blue arc. Near the paint. Step back 3 for House on its way. Short. Prince battling for the board. Tipped it to his brother Rollins. Rollins up, shot blocked. Rollins got it back. Little runner rimmed off, and Scott gets the loose board. Here comes Indiana State right to left with a 7-point deficit. Hardy, top of that circle, looking for a curling Young. Young thought about the 3. To his left. Pocket pick by Haynes. Deflected off the backboard to SIU. House coming down left to right. House on the near elbow. Looking for help. Off to Rollins on the near wing. And then Calron House straight away. 20 on the shot clock. Jalen Haynes looking for Prince Aligbe, and it's thrown right out of bounds. Scott Nagy stomping his foot in frustration. Damian Mayo will enter as Jalen Haynes comes out, and Haynes is looking at Coach Nagy like, why are you taking me out?
Haynes saw the mismatch with Prince inside. He had Hall on him with 3 fouls. He just got a bad angle. He's got to bring the ball to the baseline, just toss it in off the bounce pass.
Hall. Near that blue State of Indiana midcourt, 39-32, SIU with the lead. Wagner to his right, low right block, takes on Steffi. They come to trap him back outside the Scott. Near wing, Alifin curls to the rim. He got bumped and he's fouled, and he made the shot as well. Alifin, his first made field goal of the game. He's got 3 points. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play at the line. Indiana State, they went to the line 12 times in the opening half. They'll make it 13 to start the second.
Good side-to-side action by Indiana State. Just opened up just an easy drive. Mayo got caught, crossed his feet over again.
Alifin, free throw line left, rims it in. 4 points for Bruno Alifin as Indiana State back within 4, 39-35. House to the rack, and the runner goes, but he was fouled prior to the shot. That's going to go on Bruno Alifin. It's going to be his first. Only the first foul on Indiana State. Only 7 fouls whistled on the Sycamores in the game. Right side of the floor, 39-35. SIU in their half court. To the left, House reversed out Rollins. Ball fakes to his near right. Hand off of Steffi. Steffi hesitates and hoists a 3. Short. Goes off to the left, and it's going to be a foul going the other way. It's on SIU, and it's going to go, I believe, on Prince.
On a clear out, instead of getting his backside on the defensive player, he was kind of arm wrestling there, and that should be a call every time.
39-35, SIU now 2 team fouls on the Salukis here in the second 20 minutes. Hall and Indiana State have it right corner, left side of the floor. Harding near corner Alifin, and he traveled. And Matthew Graves with a frustrated look on his face. There's Coach Graves coming off that triple bypass surgery back in October. says, let's go white, as Indiana State comes on defense man-to-man. Cal Roundhouse walks it down left to right for SIU. 39-35 lead for the Salukis. Mayo, high right elbow, Rollins Aligbe. Rollins looking for a handoff on the near wing to House. Finds House on the near arc. House baseline right into the chest of Alfin. Got deep, bounce past Prince at the nail. Prince to his right, off to his left. Low left block, muscles it up and in. Prince Aligbe, he's got 4 points in the game. His first field goal in the second half. 41-35, 16-20 till the end of the game. Xavier Hall on the far right corner. Low right baseline, finds Harding. Harding in the paint, dished it near his side. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Indiana State. It's going to be Saluki ball. Alfin was kind of trying to get that to go to stay with Indiana State, but Deldre Carr not going for it. In front of Indiana State's bench, SIU inbounds it in the backcourt. 16-10 on that clock. 41-35 lead for the Salukis. Indiana State, they have not led in this game since the 11-10 mark in the first half. Rollins on a pocket pass. He was fouled by Scott or Alfin, and it's going to go on Scott.
Camp Wagner was very fortunate. Had both hands on Mayo, both hands around his waist as Mayo was coming off a high curl screen on top. A big play that happened to Mayo in one of Southern's recent games.
Baseline right, lobbing in Rollins. Rollins has on the near wing. Hand off with House. House to his left, quickly. Fading away from the Valley Techs. Nothing but net for Calron House. He's in the double figures with 10. SIU leads it by 8, 43-35. Next dead ball will be a media timeout. Bean, the walk-on, far right corner. Low right block. Bean dribbles his way out. Bounce pass to Alfin. Nearly goes out of bounds. Harding, extra pass Wagner. Straight away Scott. Scott to his left. Left of the hashes. Ball deflected and a foul, I believe, should be on Indiana State. Oh, they're going to call it on Rollins. Wow, I thought Rollins had the ball before the whistle was blown. It's going to be the second foul on Rollins. 43-35, SIU leads it here in Terre Haute. We'll take the timeout with them. This is our first media timeout in the second half, which is brought to you by Ameren Illinois Energy. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Want to lose 20 to 30 pounds in just 6 weeks while eating real food? Don't want to deal with messy shakes, bars that taste like cardboard, or disgusting prepackaged food? The Chirothin Weight Loss Management Program could be just what you're looking for at the Woodard Wellness Group. Here's what Chirothin isn't. Chirothin is not a fad diet and exercise program or involve drugs or surgery. Chirothin is doctor supervised and one of the fastest ways to lose 20 or more pounds. To find out if you're a candidate for Chirothin, call the Woodard Wellness Group at 618-529-2800 today to schedule your no-charge, no-obligation consultation.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Romwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Romwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at RomwoodChevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
State Farm agents Bob Barr and Carbondale, Dave Anderson and Heron are proud to support Saluki Athletics. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Contact Dave Anderson today at 618-942-7337. Atmos Wealth Management is providing guidance Saluki fans deserve. Learn more at atmos.com.
Luke, I just can't figure out where Southern can score from. I mean, oh, wait, the paint, 32-14. If Southern just takes their time, and Q's in a spot right now, he's got a really good groove. If he can just if he can enter the ball, Southern do what they do, but if he can get it back, man, Indiana State has no answer for Calron House tonight. If he just takes his time, gets to his 12-foot spot, little leaner, he is in a beautiful basketball groove.
They allow the most paint points in the Valley, 36 points per game allowed for Indiana State, and that's, of course, really the only spot where Salukis have been able to score consistently this year. Wagner near corner Young. Damian Mayo closes out hard on him. Indiana State with the ball. They trail by 8. Sycamores, they've won the last 2 here in this series inside Holman Center. Wagner goes to his right. He was stumbling his way, and they are going to call a reach-in.
That was a bailout. Man, Wagner was out of control. Great defense by Drew Steff. There is no doubt that was a big statement in the locker room. Get on Wagner, because they have not let him breathe start of this second half.
Scott will inbound sideline right. Bernard straight away with 20 on the shot clock. A pitch up ahead to Hall. Hall one-hands it back to Young near his hip. Young pressured by House, finds Bernard straight away. He pitches back on the Sycamores, typing in white. Young backpedals near the State of Indiana in blue. Near arc with 7 to Bernard. Now it's Wagner with 5. Firing to Bernard on a pass. Left it off the side of the bottom of the backboard. SIU gets the ricochet. House up ahead. Prince. Prince is fouled as he will head, I believe, to the line. And they will say it's a trip, or are they going to say out of bounds?
Yeah. That's a good spot. That'll be good for Southern.
Okay.
Get the ball out of bounds there. Good play. Southern really did a nice job getting the ball up the floor.
And chance of saying it was before he had the catch is when he was tripped. House quickly in the Rollins. He backpedals and corrals straight away. Rollins now left of the bend to his brother Prince. Prince, 2 hands back to Mayo. Mayo quickly down, low left block. Got the runner, and he's fouled. Man, Damian Mayo Jr. went to where he knew he could get a bucket. 45-35, 10-point lead for SIU. It matches their largest lead. Damian Mayo can give them their largest lead with a made free throw.
It is this simple. Indiana State cannot guard the second and third dribble. Great play by Mayo.
Free throw up for Mayo is in.
Sometimes it happens that way, and it really comes because they put a lot of emphasis on the offensive end. I'm not criticizing Matthew Graves, man. He's a better coach than I ever thought about being, but his team doesn't guard well, and Southern's just got to be smart. They just got to take their time when they have the ball in their hands.
11-point lead for SIU. 14:49 and ticking here in the second half as Scott on the near wing, looking baseline left for Wagner. It's now Bugenhout straight away with 20. Bugenhout to his right. Young with Mayo right in his grill. Young on that high right arc to his left on the perimeter. Back to Bugenhout. Pressured again by Mayo on a switch. Far right corner Bernard. Curls around Rollins. Baseline cut by Ian Scott. And Ian Scott lays it in for 2. Up ahead Southern quickly. 46-37. SIU leads by 9 with the ball. Prince of League Bay high left wing. Far corner 3. Mayo knocks it in. Damian Mayo Jr. He's got 6. Southern with the made 3. It's the third made 3 of the game for the Salukis. First in the second half. Scott to the rim, knocked away by House. Scott got it back and reverse lay in. Now Ian Scott, he has scored the last 2 buckets. 49-39, SIU by 10. Jaheim Weber about to check in. House to a jump stop, low right block, and they're going to get Bugenhout, I believe, on the foul.
Tell you what, Ian Scott was a heck of a player at Grace College, and I'm not kidding, man. For him to come in this league and score with so much poise and to use his size, he's not a great big player. He's maybe 6'7". Man, does he know how to use it.
Kelron to the rim. Mayo's got it on the lob. Now low left block went up too strong, and they're going to say an offensive foul. And it's going to be on Jaheim Weber, I believe, or no, Prince of League Bay.
Mayo's wondering why, with so much contact, why he's not going to free throw line right now.
I don't disagree. 10-point lead. Q and Mayo kind of look at each other. He was saying, "We're."
Oh. Damian has to come out, man. You're playing. You're ripping. Keep playing, brother.
49-39. SIU leads by 10 as Jalen Haynes and Davion Sykes about to check in. Bugenhout near that midcourt, State of Indiana in blue. Bugenhout to his left, around a Harding screen. He's got on a pocket pass behind the back, lost it, and Prince of League Bay comes away left to right. Sideline left, Calron House, high left wing, low left block, spinning into Bernard, tons of contact, no call. Drew Steffi on the perimeter, low right block, lowers his shoulder in, back out Mayo, thought about the 3, Mayo near elbow to Prince. Prince pitch back to Steffi at his hip, low right baseline, whipped it to Weber, bounce past Prince, low left block, muscles it up too strong, Bernard with the rebound and rips it away for Indiana State. Man, I don't know how there wasn't a foul call on Calron House. Near wing, Sterling Young on the perimeter, goes to his left. They double team him. Young still with it, middle of the lane, right-handed teardrop. It's an air ball out of bounds, trying to be saved by Bernard, up ahead to Mayo. Mayo lobs it up to Steffi. Steffi nearly lost it, right-handed lay-in off the glass. Drew Steffi, 2 more for SIU, 51-39. Salukis lead it by 12. 12:40 to go here in the second half as Indiana State pressured by Calron House and the Saluki defense. Man-to-man right now for SIU. Bugan out to his right. Harding, top of that circle behind the navy blue arcs. It's a hard screen for Bugenhouten. Mid-range shot, 18 feet, well short. Mayo, middle of the floor. For SIU, left to right. Mayo up ahead to Weber. Catches at his shoulder and then lays it in and converts. Jaheim Weber with 2 more. Indiana State inbounds it, trailing by their largest margin, 53-39. It's a timeout by Matthew Graves. And it brings us to our first coach called timeout here in the second half. SIU leads at 53-39. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Dive into the authentic flavors of Mexico at Tequila's Mexican Restaurant. From sizzling fajitas to mouth-watering enchiladas and the freshest guacamole in town, Tequila's brings you an unforgettable dining experience. And don't forget our signature margaritas, crafted to perfection. Located right in the heart of Southern Illinois, make sure to visit Tequila's at their locations in Carbondale, Marion, DuQuoin, and Carterville and enjoy the authentic taste of Mexico.
SIU with their largest lead of the night. 14 right now, 53-39, 12-12 to go here in the second half. Gives us time to remind you, Guild Mortgage is your Saluki home team mortgage partner. Call Sean Daly today at 618-889-5266. Let him turn your home ownership dream into reality. We were just talking about Coach Watson in the break. This game far from over. Sycamores, of course, they have been a team that they trailed by large margins. They were down by 20, I believe, at UIC before they came back to almost win the game on the road. And because they're a team where their offense can heat up in a hurry, they can dig their way out of a hole much different than obviously Southern can.
When you got three-point shooters, man, that equalizer can make things come back in a hurry. And I'm telling you, Southern's they played beautiful 8 minutes of basketball in the second half. They've taken care of the ball. When they push the ball hard, but once they get into the half court and they don't have something initially on the attack, they're looking to get the secondary action, and they've done a really good job. Now Southern's got to continue to stay on these three-point shooters and keep pressuring the pass.
Bernard will inbound for Indiana State. Bernard, Wagner, Harding, Allathan, and Bean are the 5 on the floor for Indiana State. Bean has it on the near wing. Bean looks at a leaping Calron House staying in front of him. SIU with its largest lead. Bernard pitches it back to Bean on the near sideline. Bean to his right, all the way to the rack. Right-hand runner for Cooper Bean goes in. Cooper Bean, he has scored 5 points. He had 15 points all season entering the night. Calron House on a gallop, low left block, back out Haynes. Straight away Davion Sykes for SIU. There's Drew Steffi on the near arc with 20. Steffi, low right block, spinning on Wagner. Back outside, a leaping Haynes. Haynes trying to get downhill, right elbow extended. One hands it back to House, straight away with 10. House with 9, pocket pick. Allathan has it for Indiana State. Allathan, reverse lay-in goes. Bruno Allathan, he's now got 5 points in the second half, 6 in the game. And now Indiana State back to 10 after it was 14. House, high left of the bend, finds Drew Steffi. Now Davion Sykes just inside that navy blue arc, trying to get downhill, back out to Haynes. Haynes, right elbow extended, front of Southern's bench. Thought about the mid-range, he got contact, and the bucket goes. Jalen Haynes, he no doubt drew contact there, and that brings us to another media timeout. Jalen Haynes with 10 points. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 11 when we come back.
Good play by the young man. What a strong play by Jalen Haynes.
Indiana State trails 55-43, 11:07 to go here in the second half. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Springtime must be around the corner. Giant City State Park Lodge is open for the season. The Lodge is serving hearty homestyle breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day in the heart of Illinois' most scenic park. 3 generations of the Kelly family and their staff look forward to welcoming you back. Bring family and friends, eat well, and enjoy authentic Southern Illinois hospitality at its best. Giant City Lodge, now open and serving every day. Longtime proud supporters of Saluki Athletics. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Back here inside Holman Center in downtown Terre Haute. SIU trying to earn a road win. It would be their 4th road win of the season, their 3rd in Missouri Valley Conference play. Indiana State trying to hold serve here at home. Their 3 Valley wins, 2 of them have been here in Holman Center. And how about their 2 home wins? Belmont and Illinois State are their 2 home wins in league play. I mean, the crazy part of this, Coach Watson, is Southern right now at the 12-point lead, 55-43. The 2 teams that are playing tonight are responsible for the league-leading Belmont Bruins' lone 2 losses.
How about Evansville leading Illinois State right now, 27-20, early in the game, but it's the under 8 media, and it's at the Ford Center. Man, I'll tell you what, and just like we talked about after coming out the last time out, Southern's in a good spot right now. Man, you fall asleep for 2 or 3 possessions, Camp Wagner and his teammates get hot from 3, and all of a sudden this thing gets really tight.
Indiana State hasn't been able to use their home crowd really much at all today. As Jalen Haynes at the free throw line fires it in there, and Jalen Haynes converts. 11 points now for Jalen Haynes, back in the double figures, 56-43. SIU leads by 13. Bean finds Bernard on the near wing. Wagner to his right to Bean. Bean, near that midcourt logo, guarded by Calron House. House stays with him. Bean trying to go to his left, got the switch on the Sykes. Near corner Bernard. Pitch back Bean, 3 on the way, short. Off to Jalen Haynes at SIU. Haynes quickly down, gets past Bernard. Now Bean on the near corner. Haynes to his left, Weber. Weber looks to the rim, goes to his left. Steffi curls at the nail. Lobbed up to Weber, left it way short on the put-in. Bernard, middle of the floor to Wagner. 56-43, SIU on defense, man-to-man. Wagner trying to get an open look. Wagner, low right block, lost it out of bounds, and it's going to, they're going to say it's going to be Indiana State ball. I guess Drew Steffi must have touched it before it went out of bounds. Rollins is going to sub in. Rollins comes in for Weber. It was a good idea, but man, that would have been a tough lob and dunk for Jaheim Weber.
A lot of tight spaces, too many people in those tight spaces.
Bean looking low, and now a off-ball foul by Chance Moore on Drew Steffi.
I just don't understand that one. I mean, I could see where there's as much contact on the foul being set. Chance Moore's a great official, but he saw something he didn't like with Drew coming off that screen that created some contact.
Well, Drew's saying, hey, it's happening to me on that end.
Absolutely.
That's why he said to Chance Moore, and Chance said, okay, I got you. Harding, top of the circle with 19 on the shot clock. One hands it up to Bean. Bean comes near side to Alfin. One hands it back to Bernard. Alfin catching and shooting a 3. Air ball going out of bounds. Saved by Bernard. Wagner has it right back to Bernard. The motor never stops, and he lays it in. St. Bernard, he's got 7 points now in the game. His first field goal in the second half makes it an 11-point game. Rollins was open. Haynes hesitates. Low right block, still looking for Rollins back outside the House. House splits his man. Right-handed teardrop off the rim, off to Bernard in Indiana State. Harding to his right to Bean, and now Indiana State slows it down momentarily as Scott Nagy squats down and watches from the Saluki sideline. Harding on the near wing finds Wagner, corralled at his shoulders, all the way to the rim, off the back of the heel. Ball is loose, stripped away by Rollins as Rollins bear hugs that Wilson ball, and now comes down left to right to Drew Steffi. Steffi and SIU with the ball in an 11-point lead. Rollins Finds a curling Steffi. He's open off to Sykes. Sykes low left block. Left it short. Gets it back. Up again and in. Davion Sykes, who had the game-winning layup against Indiana State last year in Arch Madness, gets another field goal. He's got 6 in the game. 6 points in the game. 58-45. 13-point lead for SIU. 9:07 till the end of the game. Bean to Allison. On the near wing finds Harding. Harding one-hands it back to Bean. Bean to his right, finds an open Harding. Low right block, lay-in goes, and he was fouled. Marcus Harding to the line. It's his second made field goal of the game. He's got 4 points and a chance at a 3-point play. And they tried to pull Indiana State back within 10.
I don't know what they were trying to accomplish. They switched their defensive call out there, and not sure what Southern was trying to accomplish. It didn't get done what they were hoping, that's for sure, because Indiana State went through that like a dose of salt.
17 fouls now on SIU, 6 for Indiana State. Harding at the line. Eyes up the free throw for a 3-point play, and he can't convert. Off to the right to Rollins of League. That was Rollins' third foul of the game. 58-47, 8:50 and ticking on that winding clock. SIU leads at extended zone here for Indiana State. Rollins at the left elbow. Far left corner, Steffi. Steffi looking back to his right. They're now back in the 2-3 zone. Steffi on the left wing. Post entry feed. Rollins goes back out. Haynes. Haynes penetrates the zone, dribbled off his foot, but a foul. And it's going to go on Indiana State's Bruno Allison.
Good attack by Southern. I like what they did against the zone right there. They had inside. They had a middle guy. They had a guy on the baseline. I like the way they used Jalen Haynes to run the baseline. Haynes is going to get 1-and-1 here. Now Southern, you talk about getting the free throw line. Now you got to capitalize.
Southern's only been to the line twice. And the 1-on-1 for Haynes, just pure. That's why you weren't going to panic when Jalen Haynes went 0 for 8 from 3 the other night. Haynes tonight, he's not made his lone 3 attempted in the game. Southern 3 of 10 as a team from behind the arc. Haynes well short. Wagner gets the rebound. He splits him. 59-47. It's a 12-point lead for SIU. 8:25 to go in the game. Harding straight away looking to Wagner to his right around a Harding screen. Wagner, middle lane, lost it. Davion Sykes has it at his chest. Sykes left to right, corrals the dribble. Goes up with his right hand, well short, but a foul. Late whistle being called here on the sideline. Sykes will go to the line. It's going to send Sykes to the line, shooting 2. As Allison, frustrated, untucks his jersey as he comes to the sideline. 8:15 stopped on the clock. As Davion Sykes, free throws coming with that Wilson ball, with Wilson spelled in blue, and it's long. Southern now 3 of 5 at the free throw line in the second half. 6 of 10 in the game. And Sykes will get another crack at it. Sykes again this year entered tonight 68% at the line. Second free throw for Davion. Split him. 7 points for Sykes. SIU leads by 13. They've led by as many as 14 here in the second half. Indiana State, they have not led since the 11-minute mark in the first half. Hall, near corner, left side of the floor. Hall picks up his dribble. Mayo closes out, uses his chest. Wagner, near side, to his right, Scott. Now it's Scott on the perimeter. Finds Scott, low right block, and Scott lays it in. That was Young who went to Scott, and Scott gets 2 more. As Southern quickly down. Calron House, one hands in near corner. Mayo finds Davion Sykes left of the bench. Jalen Haynes curling at that wing. Back out Rollins. He'll hoist the 3. Nothing but net. Rollins, a league bay. His second made 3 of the game. 63-49, 7:30 to go here in the second half. Xavier Hall to his right. Middle of the lane, rising and firing. It's an air ball. Harding can't get the board. Goes off to Calron House and SIU. House looking for an open man. Mayo, open 3, far left corner, rimmed off. Rollins gets his own board. Rollins near corner. Straight away, House. Second chance 3, rims off. Rollins again. Third opportunity for SIU. Calron House has it near the midcourt logo. Gets downhill, all the way to the rack. Teardrop answers! Calron House, he's got 4 in the second half, 12 in the game. Salukis increase their lead, 65-49. 6:55 and winding on that clock. Young, straight away for Indiana State. Young with a knee-high dribble. Now it's Wagner, open 3, just swirled off to the left. And it goes off to Jalen Haynes and SIU. Left to right come the Salukis. Jalen Haynes in the high post, far left corner Mayo. Wide open 3 on its way. Swirled off. Rollins dunks it through with 2 hands. My, oh my, what a highlight reel dunk by Rollins of League Bay.
Somebody needs to be buying Rollins some pizzas after this game because he is cleaning up a bunch of boards for some missed shots. That's what I'm talking about. There's so much offense off that rim. Man, is Rollins taking advantage of it.
6:36 to go here in the second half. It brings us to immediate timeout. SIU leads at 67-49. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Aero Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Back here inside Holman Center, SIU leading by 18. But as if we've learned anything, Saluki Nation, no lead is comfortable. And with 6:36 to go, there's still a lot of game left. But, man, the number that's remarkable to me, Coach Watson, Rollins Oligbe, 15 rebounds. It's a career high for him, 11 points in the game. He's got as many offensive rebounds as Indiana State does as a team.
Rollins had 3 in the last 2 possessions,
yes.
Man. You talk about a guy that's doing the dirty work. That is so fun to watch.
6:36 left, and, man, what we just said, Coach Watson, in the break, and I don't think it's, I think we need to bring it up on the air. This is a game now where Saluki's got to finish this thing and win it comfortably. This is not a game you want to get down into the single digits again. Here comes Hall, down right to left as Indiana State with the ball, trailing by their largest margin, 18. Hall looking for Scott, deflected off, and Southern's got it. Suffocating Saluki defense. Again, Indiana State, they average almost 76 points a game. They're held to 49. Near corner, Haynes, and now Southern taking their time. Haynes to his left, Mayo, straight away with 18 on the shot clock. Off to the near elbow, Rollins a league back. Rollins with room, looking for House on the near baseline, goes right back to House. House underneath the basket, nearly loses his dribble with 8 on the shot clock. House still with it with 5. House on the low right hashes with 4. Middle lane fading away with 2 on the shot clock, rims it in again. Kelron House coming up clutch again. 14 points in the game, 6 in the second half. Southern leads by 20. Harding to his right, finds Sterling Young. Young baseline right, reverse lay-in goes. Young, that's his first field goal here in the second half after 6 in the opening half. 69-51, 18-point lead. Kelron House dribbling knee-high, bounce pass to Jalen Haynes. Haynes to his left to Damian Mayo. Mayo trying to find Rollins, he does. Rollins on the near wing, finds a leaping Mayo underneath the basket. Sykes now to the rim and at the paint, back outside the Haynes. Haynes left of the hashes, open Sykes, and he dunks it in. Davion Sykes with a wide open dunk. Saluki's just carving up the Sycamores here in the second half. 20-point lead right now for SIU. 5:05 to go here in the second half. Young terminates his dribble. Finds Hall on the near wing. To his right, Scott. Far right corner, Harding. Harding trying to drive on Rollins Oligbe. One hand's back to Alifin. Alifin, baseline right, near corner 3. Young off the heel. Ball deflected out the Hall. Extra opportunity, Alifin. Open is Harding. He passes on it. To his right is Scott. Scott near wing, Alifin. His 3 answers. Man, you could hear the oohs and ahs from the Sycamore fans. They were saying, shoot it! 4:35 left till the end of the game. 71-54. SIU leads by 17. Kelron House to the near wing to Haynes as Scott Nagy sits down and watches from his chair back seat. Rollins Oligbe on the near arc. Rollins Looking near corner, trying to find House. He does on dribble handoff. Young had his hand in there, but no call. House on the near wing. House low right block. Finds Rollins. He's open. Another three on the way for Rallo. Swirled off. Rebound to Young. Here comes Southern Illinois on defense. Indiana State with the ball, trailing by 17. Hall, far corner. Alifin, his three in. All of a sudden, 2 threes go down, and Alifin, he's got 11 points in the second half, 12 in the game. It's down to 14. 71-57, 3:50 to go in the game. Calron House. Ankle-high dribble right on that blue State of Indiana at midcourt. To his left, Damian Mayo. Back to House at his hip. House on that far left wing. To his right, bangs off of Alifin. Right-handed teardrop just rolls off again. Here comes Alifin and Indiana State. Alifin, heat check three in transition. Just pops off. Rollins gets the board. That would have woke up this Sycamore crowd. Rollins will bring it down himself. Sideline left up ahead to Jalen Haynes. 3:24 and ticking on that clock. Haynes and SIU, they lead at 71-57. They got their lead as big as 20, 71-51, but a 6-0 run here by the Sycamores. House with 10 on the shot clock. To his right. House, right of the hash. Low right block, had it stripped. Sykes has it loose and dunks it in on the low left block. Davion Sykes now has 7 in the second half, 11 in the game, 73-57, and it brings us to the media timeout and our final media timeout. SIU leads at 73-57. We'll take the timeout with them. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
2 things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right, Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ULLICOselect.com.
Back here inside Holman Center, SIU trying to close it out. 73-57 lead over Indiana State. Sycamores give credit to Southern Illinois. Coach Watson, Indiana State kind of got off to a decent start in the game. I wouldn't say it was a great start, but no doubt the pace and everything was in Indiana State's favor. Their largest lead was when they led it 12-8, nearing the halfway mark in the first half. But it's almost like it's been more, I think, severe, but it's almost like the Murray game for Southern on Friday for Indiana State tonight. They had some early juice, and then once Southern had that response, they've never really looked back.
Southern's done a nice job in this second. Remember I was talking about the pistols action, the ball screen on the wing and in the corner. Southern's done a nice job not letting that happen, but part of that is Southern's offense has been a big part of Southern's defense. Their offense just keeps putting pressure on Indiana State. They're trying to score even quicker than they're really capable of doing. Southern's done a really good job on Wagner. Now I know that Allison done a nice job getting some open threes. Southern needs to finish this off.
Hall in Indiana State have it left side of the floor, trying to avoid their first loss to Southern here in this building in over 2 years. Scott near wing to Bernard. Bernard trying to find a back door to Alf, and it's taken away by Haynes. And you can hear just the frustration ooze from the Sycamore faithful. Southern Illinois leads at 73-57. Calron House to his near wing to Jalen Haynes. Haynes straight away to Steffi with 17 on the shot clock. Steffi high wing to his near right. Steffi turned away by Bernard and Wagner. Goes off to his left. Haynes 10 on the shot clock. Off the House with 7. House on the near arc with 6 to his left. Fell down. Bernard has it. Man, there was a lot of contact. No call. Scott up ahead by himself. Rollins goes for the block. And a cheap foul. And Rollins lays it in. But, man, how does Calron House not get a foul call down here? But it seemed like way more contact.
I'm going to refrain from commenting on that one because I'd probably get in trouble from the Valley office. That was our two. Yeah, that was inconsistent. Put it like that.
Scott, he's got 8 points now in the second half, make it 9. He's got 13 points in the game, and it's down to a 13-point game. It's still not out of reach here for the Sycamores as they show some pressure. Drew Steffi in the backcourt finds Calron House still behind that timing stripe, and he just brought across with 2:08 till the end of the game. Shot clock down to 20. Sycamores not trapping. House beats Hall all the way to the Valley Tech. Lobbed it up to Rollins. Fading away. Finds Davion Sykes. Now Sykes retreats. Back out to Haynes. Straight away House with 10. Near wing Steffi. Long three is in. Drew Steffi. He's got 5 in the second half. He's in the double figures with 12. 76-60. Salukis by 16. 1:45 to go. Hall near wing Alathan. Another 3. Rims in. Bruno Alathan. He's now got 14 in the second half. 15 in the game. It's a career high for Bruno Alathan. And he's made a career high of 3s in this game as well. 76-63. Indiana State calls the 30-second timeout. But still Sycamores trail by 13, 1:40 to go.
Yeah, Southern's got to get the ball in bounds. Just get catches, they'll be fine. They're going to get double teamed and just make a catch, play with your head up, split the trap if it comes at you, lift and split, lift fake up, step through it, you'll be fine. Now you got to make free throws going down the stretch. Southern doesn't have a reputation for being a great free throw shooting team, so I would think Indiana State will want to probably try to put a little backcourt pressure, but they're not going to let this shot clock go too far, being down almost 5 possessions in this game.
What do you mean Southern's not a good free throw shooting
Reputation.
team?
It's just maybe they deserve it, maybe they don't.
Drew Steffi will inbound. Southern's got to go the length of the floor. 13-point lead. And Indiana State is picking up full court. And they have a Sycamore on every Saluki right now. House gets the inbound. They trap him. House beats the trap, nearly dribbles it out of bounds. One hands it down the floor. Rollins has it. Rollins up for a dunk and slams it in for 2 as he does a chin up as well. Thankfully, there's been a lot of whistles here in the second half. They did not blow it there. 13 points for Rollins Aligbe. Another double-double for him tonight. 13 points, 16 rebounds. Hall to the nail at the Valley Techs. Bounce pass Alathan. Alathan lays it in. Bruno Alathan, he's had a career night tonight. 17 points, but Southern leads still by 13. House trapped near midcourt, finds Drew Steffi across the midline, and they try to foul him. No call. Sykes was then fouled underneath the rim. No shot. But, man, Drew Steffi was bear hugged by Scott intentionally. And, man, the inconsistent whistles here in the second half. As subbing in now will be Caden Houtenlocker. And Bean come in.
Bumper cars there for a while. Got to have feel for the game, fellas. Everybody have feel for trying to know what everybody else is trying to do here. Nice work by Southern. Get that thing through all that contact and get themselves to the free throw line.
5 Salukis in double figures tonight. And Sykes converts on that free throw, and he's one of them. It's his first double-digit scoring affair since the Murray State game on the road when he had 11.
4 turnovers for Southern in the second half. They've done a great job in these 19 minutes to take care of the ball, give themselves chances to score. It's really played a terrific second half.
1:02 remaining in the game. Davion Sykes free throw line right, converts on them both. What a big game for Davion as well. Man, there's so many Saluki players in the game tonight. 15-point lead for SIU under a minute to go. Bean above that Sycamore's typing in white. To his right to Bernard. Bernard guarded by Steffi. Under a minute to go in the game. Southern's about to win this one. Wagner, long 3, wide right. Off to Houtenlocker. Can't get it to go. Davion Sykes gets the rebound. Now a 12-second difference between game clock and shot clock. And Scott Nagy telling his bench to quiet as he looks towards that Saluki bench. This will be Southern's last offensive possession. Man, the Holman Center horrors will come to an end. As Drew Steffi on the near wing to Rollins Aligbe. Rollins on the near arc. One hand's off the House. House with 9. Teardrop with 8. Can't get the ball. Wagner has it. Shot clock turned off. Scott Nagy telling Sykes to get back on defense. Wagner to his right. Off to Houtenlocker. Houtenlocker on the right arc to Wagner with 9. Now 8. Bean thought about the 3 with 7. Now 6. Man, Steffi almost fouled with 4. Now near wing Bernard with 2. With 1 second, Houghton-Knocker's 3 will not fall. And SIU, after getting thumped in the Holman Center their last 2 trips, they bring out the belt tonight on Indiana State. 80-65, Salukis win it in Terre Haute. It is their 94th win all time against the Sycamores, but most importantly, it's their 5th Valley win of the season. They are now 5-9 in the Missouri Valley Conference and 11-14 overall in the season. The IBEW Local 702 postgame show is next. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Era Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
This is Steve Huggart, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the 3-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need, our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel bourne and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
Saluki Basketball has been brought to you by SIU Credit Union, helping our members by providing more services, fewer fees, and better rates. Stop by a branch today. Welcome to the IBEW Local 702 postgame show. IBEW Local 702, 4,000 men and women proud to support the Salukis.
It's a very physical post-game show, but hey, anything for see my good friend Kurt Mallory of the Indiana State Sycamores. Salukis win at 80-65 here on the IBEW Local 702 post-game show. Just a tremendous effort, Coach Watson, from this team all the way around, but there's nowhere to start other than, I mean, look, there's a lot of places to start tonight for Southern, but Ronza League Bay, 16 rebounds tonight, 6 offensive rebounds, and man, he had 3 there in that short 2-possession stretch. And And that highlight dunk is going to be one that's going to be impressive tonight, too, to look back on for him.
He is playing like a man among boys, and I don't mean no disrespect to the other 9 guys on the floor. He's just playing at a different level in the game tonight, especially in the second half. First half, he got a little quick with the ball. He had some turnovers that I know he'd like to have back, but if that's about the only thing I can say. He had 0 turnovers in the second half, and other than that, just a complete stat stuffer. Man, what balanced scoring Southern had. 46 points out of 4 guards and 34 points out of 4 bigs. Just a really good way for Southern to just finish that game off. And once Southern built that big lead with the 12-minute mark, they really just stayed in control the entire game.
80-65 is the final score. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Scott Nagy. We'll try not to get any more bumps and bruises along the way as well. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
I'm Damian Mayo Jr., and I'm proud to represent Southern Illinois when playing for Saluki men's basketball. It's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banter Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can bank on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banter Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
This is Steve Huggart, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the 3-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need, our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold, so you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So, crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Anyone can slap a logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town, your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service. The human way.
We are back with head coach Scott Nagy as the Salukis get the win 80-65. His comments are brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. Coach, this was a hard one for us to pick who to talk to afterwards for our Marion Toyota Player of the Game because you had a remarkable effort by everyone who played in this game. But, man, none bigger than Rollins Aligbe, who had 16 rebounds, a career high for him in boards. He had as many offensive boards at one point, more than Indiana State had as a team in this game. What an effort by Rollins tonight to really dictate the physicality that you wanted.
Yeah, and if you watch him during the game, look at his face, you'd think he was playing terrible. Of course, we were on him. I mean, we had a hard time for whatever reason finishing inside. I mean, it's incredible how many layups and shots around the basket we missed and blocked. And I guarantee you, they haven't had 5 block shots all year, and we're just like putting it right into their hands. And so we were a little frustrated by that, just not being able to score around the basket. I know Rollins was, and I was getting ready to take him out there late because he made a defensive mistake, and he saw Jaheim sitting there, and then he really turned it on. And I'm like, oh, Jaheim, just come over here and sit back down. But he's a gifted athlete for sure, and shooting the ball well from 3, which I think puts a lot more pressure on teams. But we were pretty good defensively tonight. I felt like at halftime, I was not happy at halftime. I don't know. I've been trying to be this positive person, and it all poured out of me at halftime, and I really got at him because we should have been up 20. We didn't take very good care of the ball. We're missing shots around the rim. We're leaking out when we should be rebounding. We should have been up 20 points, and we were up 5. And, I said, that's what's got to change for our basketball team is we can't come in here and be excited about being up 5 when we should be up 20. And so I'm going to hold you account to that, and I'm going to get at you about it. And the kids did a good job of pushing out in the second half.
Coach, you mentioned your turnovers. The majority of them in this game came in that initial 6-7 minute stretch to start the game.
We had 6 turnovers in like the first 5 minutes. It was nuts. Just simple throwing the ball, the post pass and pocket pass and some things like that. And we ended up with 12. I think we had 8 at half, so only 4 in the second half. But we forced them into a lot of them, and that's when we were able to get out and run.
Coach, 72 possessions this game. Did you expect that high possession at Indiana
State?
Yeah,
they play fast. They do. And of course, we push the ball. So I was expecting it to be in the 70s. But defensively, our kids did a good job, obviously, if we can hold them under 72.
You touched on it about halftime, and no doubt, part of that frustration, I would guess, came from Wagner getting some open shots and Bean got an open 3. What was your message to them? Because in the second half, you really cut their water off from the three-point line again.
Like Wagner, we talked about it. You got to treat him like Lundblade. You just do, because he can get going. He killed us here last year. We got beat by 30 here last year, and he absolutely lit us up. And they get on the break, and one of our guys, I'm not going to say his name, was on him. And he's at about 35 feet, and we're just standing with our hands up instead of really getting up and wreck. Because the first thing I wrote on the board was transition, find the shooters in transition. It's the first thing I wrote on the board, and we just stand there with our hands up and let him knock one down. Now here we go. All guys like Wagner have to do is see the ball go in, and then it can be a problem.
Your offense was really a good part to your defense because you guys made a team that likes to play fast, even go faster. I don't recall. It's been a while since we've seen such balanced scoring offensively and balanced rebounding. Your guards, I'm calling your 4 guards, had 46 points. I'm calling Sykes a big. Your 4 bigs had 34, and they spread them out. It's like 4, 4, 13, 13. How does that make you feel right now, going into this final stretch, knowing you've got it?
Yeah, that's the normal pattern of our teams is that we have a bunch of people that are in double figures, 4 or 5 people. That's what we want. And so, we're pleased with that. Offensively, it feels like we're getting closer. Just got to shoot the ball a little bit better. But right now, we'll take 5 for 60.
You bet.
Because, let's face it, we've not shot it well this year. But I think Rollins shooting it the way he is and playing with that kind of confidence really helps us.
Don't want to say, Coach, at any point that Calron's turnovers have been an issue, but it really seems like since he's come back, and especially your last couple of games, his assist-to-turnover ratio has been outstanding.
Well, and really what's been good since he's come back is his defense, and that's what we've been most pleased with. He's scoring, he's doing all that, but now he seems so much more engaged, so much more like telling the guys, hey, this is what we should be doing, Coach Hawk, what defense are we in, all those kind of things. He's so much more engaged, and I don't know what switch to flip, flip the switch, but something did, and now he's guarding like he should most of the time. Everybody has a breakdown here or there, but he's really doing a good job on the defense, and that's what I'm most happy about.
Can you talk about your offense tonight? And it was a point that Coach Watson kept bringing up of, man, on your second or even third ball reversals, you had really great success. And your team, no doubt.
It's weird how that works, isn't it? When you just move the basketball, how a defense breaks down, and you can get what you want. And I feel like Indiana State does a good job of that. They really move the ball, and they catch you on the backside because you've been in, and now you have to go from help side to strong side, and that's where you can break down. And if you move it 2 or 3 times, the defense is going to break down. And so we did a better job tonight. We were more patient tonight. It wasn't so much one-on-one basketball tonight.
But to also, you use your patience, but at times when you wanted to push it, it seemed like you pushed it with success as well, to have that balance.
Yeah, well, we're going to run, and we're going to try to find good shots in transition. And, having Mayo back helps us a lot. I don't anticipate just continuing to bring him off the bench, but it's still – one way or another puts another very good player off our bench that we can go to and we feel more confident in it.
Another guy that we talk about countless times, Coach, and what he brings to your team is Drew Steffi. And, look, maybe there was I don't want to say there was a stretch or point in time this year where he was only hunting his three. But, man, when he gets it a bit better, to get mid-range at the baseline, wherever, it just gets him comfortable and so much more opens up in his game.
Yeah, and he, when he came here, he didn't want to be just a shooter. He wanted to be able to do both. And so – we honestly showed him what we let Alex Hubricks do at Wright State, and, Alex was both of those for us, and so we said this is who we want you to be.
Coach, appreciate the time. Congratulations on it, and, hey, good news is we don't have a lot of time to waste either because we'll have another one on Thursday in Benterra against Evansville. Appreciate the time. Thanks. Once again, that was head coach Scott Nagy join us. Salukis get the win, 80-65 over the Indiana State Sycamores. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be joined by our Marion Toyota player of the game, Rollins Aligbe. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Springtime must be around the corner. Giant City State Park Lodge is open for the season. The Lodge is serving hearty home-style breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day in the heart of Illinois' most scenic park. 3 generations of the Kelly family and their staff look forward to welcoming you back. Bring family and friends, eat well, and enjoy authentic Southern Illinois hospitality at its best. Giant City Lodge, now open and serving every day. Longtime proud supporters of Saluki Athletics. Go Dogs!
Conveniently located in the heart of Southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course. With 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction, Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
We are back with the Marion Toyota player of the game. And speaking of being ready to play, Rollins Aligbe was tonight a new career high for him in terms of rebounds. 16 rebounds for Rollins. It is now his 5th double-double of the season, 4 in Valley play. And the only guy who's got more is Fred King. Rollins just having an outstanding season at this point. And Rollins, let's talk about this one. Early, I don't want to say that this was kind of a copy of your game with Murray on Friday. Indiana State was the team that kind of initially got off to the good start.
Yeah.
And then once you guys took control, you really never looked back. What was the keys working through the initial stages? Were there a lot of turnovers? And the rest of the way, you guys just kept chipping, and, man, you kept building your lead, and Indiana State never really threatened in the second half.
I think we just started off, a little lackadaisical. I mean, we were throwing turnovers. I mean, I myself, too. We were just throwing turnovers that we usually don't get, like dribbling off our foot, making bad passes. Like, we had 2 passes back-to-back where we tried to throw it into the post, and then it got took, like, even on the first play of the game. So I think it was just, not ready to go. But then once we started getting going, we realized that, we're a good team once we get it going. So we haven't looked back after that. So I think that was really the key. Just being lackadaisical. That's how we started and stuff like that.
I thought their physicality inside was impressive, actually, because they really walled up.
Yeah.
And plus the old point 8A, where you jump straight up and down. They were really doing it. They weren't coming down. Were you impressed by Harding and some of the guys they had coming at you, especially early?
Yeah, obviously I didn't shoot the best today, but I think on my layups, they were there. Like, I was trying to, score over them, and they were blocking my shots. So, it was a little frustrating at first. If you see me on the bench, I was kind of frustrated and stuff like that. But I definitely give them their props. I didn't expect them because, I didn't think they have, great athletes or great shot blockers like that on their team. So they definitely, stunned me coming out the game and blocked a couple shots. But I give props to them and stuff like that.
You guys continue to turn them over throughout the game. You guys only had 4 in the second half. Mm-hmm. What was the difference in terms of your approach? I'm not talking about just you particular, but your entire team.
I think we just started to focus more. Coach got on us a little bit in the second half. When we got into the locker room, just telling us that, come on, y'all, we should be up 20, we're only up 5. And then I think when we made that run in the first 4 minutes, we didn't look back. So I think it was just Coach, getting at us a little bit. And we just realizing that once we get going, nobody can stop us. So I think that's definitely what helped us today.
Rollins, I think a big part, too, is just the distribution from everybody. It wasn't just you tonight, in terms of your offense. I thought it was almost, I don't want to say an even split between the guards and the bigs in terms of the production, but just talk about the guard play tonight from just Q, Jalen, Drew, and, you can say Sykes in there, but obviously as a big as well. Just those guys were big in so many areas to help you guys out.
No, the guards definitely helped the post a little bit today. They were really attacking the basket, trying to get fouls and contact and stuff like that. So I definitely give props to them, and it was good to see Jalen, get right back on the right foot after, a bad game last game. So that was definitely good to see him be confident and stuff like that. Drew helped a lot, Sykes and Q. So I definitely think all our guards played a big part into, just revving us up a little bit and helping the bigs out.
I know Indiana State may not have the appeal from the league just because of now, falling to 3-11 in the league, but the team that put 94 on Illinois State in this building, matter of fact. You held them under 60. It's one of the few times where they've been held to that type of point production on the night. We could talk about your offense, and we have talked about your offense and the others around you, but what did it take defensively to really hold a team that can put up a lot of points, especially in their building?
I think I give credit to Coach Hawk. We switched up the defense a lot. We started at 15, then we went to 4 wide, then we went to 1 wide. And I think just us having active hands and stuff. They had 17 turnovers today. So I think us just having active hands, playing the back cuts and stuff like that. Most of their points were just coming off the dribble, but we got to be better, playing on the ball and stuff like that. But I definitely think active hands. We had a lot of steals today, 11 steals today. So I definitely think that helped a lot.
Rollins, it's a long season, man, and this is your second go-around, so this isn't a surprise to you. Have you found as a sophomore that you know what to expect more out of a season, like you know what these games are like in February as opposed to a year ago you were just kind of going through it blind?
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely do understand, what's at stake every single game we play. That's why I go out and play so hard. I don't think any game is different. There might be some bigger games than other, but I go out and play like every game is my last. So I definitely think I'm starting to understand it now. Last year, I think around this time, I was kind of over it. I was just not wanting the season to be over, but I was just kind of over it. But now I feel like I have a lot of joy playing and stuff like that. I love playing with these guys too.
And I think we're all, even though we don't have the best record right now, I think we all still connect good. That's what Coach Nagy has been talking about a lot. We all still hang around each other. We all still have a lot of, good moments with each other. So I definitely think that's what's helping us, keep that positive energy. And you got a lot of season left, though. I mean, you got 5 games in, the next 15 days, which is going to be kind of an NBA-type setup, even though they tend to play 8 games in 15 days. But with that said, kind of explain to people listening, what's important about taking care of your body, how you'll go about getting the proper rest, but at the same time, you still got to go to the weight room somewhat. Yeah. You guys got to get some reps a little bit, in practice. What's it going to look like in those 10 days when you're not playing games? It kind of just, just having to take care of your body. We don't really get that many off days. It feels like we haven't had an off day in a while. Yeah. But, you just trying to take care of your body, going to see Riley and stuff like that, just doing the extra steps to make sure that you're going to be right for the game and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, we've been injury-riddled this year, but I feel like we're getting back to full connect right now. So I definitely think, taking care of your body, using your off days, get shots up and stuff like that, not just sitting at home and stuff like that. But I tend to sit at home when it's an off day. But good. But, yeah, just that's what I try to do, or I have the team try to do too. How important is eating, the diet part of this right now? Have you changed the way you approach? I know you're a young man. I mean, you can eat stuff and it'll burn right off. Or guys like us, it's like it'll hang on there. But in terms of nutrition and eating, getting good meals, is that just a college thing, or what do you do in that approach to this thing? I definitely see my teammates around me. I wouldn't say that I have the best diet. I've been trying to get it right, but I think I'm still in good shape just because of the amount of minutes I play in the game and stuff like that. So I think a lot of running is keeping me in shape. But I do try to, I don't eat that much. I'd probably eat twice a day. I don't eat 3 times a day. So I know just making sure you know what you have in your meal, the type of proteins and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people on our team know how to, regulate that. So I definitely think that's good. Hey, don't let him talk to you about diet. He won a lot of games with players that had honey buns as the majority of their diet. I wasn't quite what this era. No, but that's true, though. Yes. Back in the day, our guys didn't have money. We were lucky to get a bag of chips, man. Yes. But I'm glad to hear you're taking care of yourself because it's a big part of this thing. It is, for sure. Yes, and look, I mean, this is starting to feel like, DJ Williams having a consistent spot in our football postgame show. We're going to have to start calling this the Rollins of League Bay show and giving it a podcast. Rollins, congratulations. Man, great job. Nice work. Once again, that was Rollins of League Bay, our Marion Toyota player of the game as the Salukis win it here on the road. Be careful getting off, Rollins. Salukis win it 80-65. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, Paxton Guy should have that final look around the scoreboard, and then we'll close things out. Here from Terre Haute, this is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is